Welcome, adventurers and patrons, to the Othermerweizen Tavern. Thanks for joining us again. Hope your plates are full and your drinks are topped up, and you got a clean pair of shorts, because it's going to be a hell of a ride. Yes, this is, again, one quick little announcement. A happy belated birthday to Kaine, a.k.a. Sean. Woo! Yeah, happy birthday, streamers. Good stuff. All that good stuff.
Just another day.
Just another day to grow old. Have fun.
Hey.
Found your pencil.
Happy birthday to myself. Found the pencil.
See, things are looking up for you already. This is just a little channel video of journey of these unnamed adventuring group. And we'll see what shenanigans they can get into tonight while we play some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition custom homebrewed world.
Unnamed, please.
So, well, I know you have a name that you like for all your group, but...
we have a name known
Okay.
in the world.
Yep, it is true that that name is out there.
Don't fucking write that down. It's not.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Kaine would be ecstatic.
Kaine would not be.
Might be some tapestries, some banners in some cities you go to. Who
I
knows?
can only imagine what the logo is.
Wait, what was my bard friend's name?
Swirl.
Swarley?
Yeah.
Was Swarley an Aberth, or would he have been out of it?
Maybe he died. Maybe your tale of the
No,
the
no,
Dirty
no,
Boys
no,
never
no.
made it out.
If you
Plot
recall, you
twist.
did see him in a dirty a dirty basement of a bar while you were fighting. And then he was gone when they went back and looked. But who knows?
He good.
Who knows? Who knows what
Maybe
happened?
your
He's a
tale-
witch. He's good.
Maybe no one knows
He's a
about
witch.
Rakell and the Dirty Boys.
What?
Maybe no one knows about Rakell and the Dirty Boys.
We'll see.
Guys, we'll have to get back to civilization
We'll
and
see.
find out. All right, I'll do a quick little recap of what our group has been up to so far. After freeing Kaine's family in Aslan, they took the metronome to the Open Palm Monastery, and last episode they a task that was a little challenging, but they got it all set, and then they spent the night and the remainder of the day chilling in the Serenity Springs, having some drinks and some socializing. Zukk did some gardening. You guys got all your you guys got pretty messed up, but had a good night of rest and relaxation.
Almost died. Almost drowned.
Yeah, almost drowned too. That's right. That was
It's another.
well, you're not the best in water, are you? Yeah,
It's not the best in life, apparently.
right on. And then you guys spoke with all the different masters as well as the headmaster, given a map of the mountain terrain area that you guys will be traveling through to stay off the main road, and I believe you guys were heading to Rothschild. You packed up your wagons, got your ale, Barrick stayed behind to deal with his rage problem.
Anger management.
Anger management. So as you guys left, the palm closed, and you guys took a pathway around the monastery into the mountain ridge that is sort of part of the Tikon mountain range, but now you guys are going into the Verge mountain range. There are on the map that you'd have, it does have some other little locations and landmarks on it as you travel to kind of give you an idea of where you guys are at. You left early in the morning, all rested up. Not really a hangover of anybody. I believe all your exhaustions are gone. Yeah, because of the accommodations. You guys begin your journey into the mountains. The first part of the travel, you are still sort of on the lower grounds as the mountains kind of go up beside you, and you're almost like in a ravine, kind of serpentine back and forth around these corners. Your view's usually blocked. The sky above you is blue. There is a little bit of light shining through the mountain tops, but it is shaded as you guys go around corners and whatnot. For the first... I need a marching order.
I'm driving the cart.
All right, so is the cart in the front?
I'm behind my horse. Everyone else is on the cart.
I'm
You're hugging your cat.
I'm hugging the cast,
Yes.
whispering dirty things to it.
And don't forget you have that gourd now too.
Mm-hmm.
Have you filled up that gourd, or have you looked at the gourd at all?
You can't squeeze a gourd.
No,
It's a solid thing.
yeah. I can
Yeah.
beat people.
Last
with- I
episode,
can hit people.
Last
with it.
episode, you're like squeezing the gourd. I'm like,
Yeah, it doesn't squeeze. It's solid.
Can't do that. Watch me.
Have you
Provided
just
you
been
can
filling
drive.
it up, or have you like
Yeah, I get
looked
filled
around,
up.
looked
I'm
around?
drinking
on
out of it.
Yeah.
Like, well, how long have we been on our wagon for?
I'm going to say you've already been on the road for 2 hours, and it's a very not boring, but there is mountain range, and it is high. Like this, pierces the sky from where you are, and being on the lower levels of this place, yeah, the mountains are pretty huge as you're going through.
Good. Yeah, I would have filled it up. At
Filled
some
it up a few
point.
times. Just roll a
Yeah.
perception check when you're filling it up.
5.
5 fills up, no problem.
Sweet. Functional gourd.
Yeah, functional gourd. So a wagon's in the front. We have Graff driving it. Are you riding in the wagon, Zukk, or are you on your mule?
I'm in the wagon.
You're in the wagon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just chilling in the back with Tim.
Okay.
Tim's out.
Do you have the mule attached to the
Yep.
wagon?
Neil's tied to the back.
Okay. Where is Windgemon and Kaine?
Behind.
Behind, alright. And Rakell, sorry, where did you say you were?
I'm on the wagon as well.
On the wagon, alright.
Did you name your horse? Rakell?
No, it's just named horse.
Just name horse, and horse is probably just traveling kitty with.
Probably pulling the wagon.
Oh, probably pulling the wagon. That'd be a
Horse
good
1
idea.
and horse 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking adventurous.
No, his name's Horse.
Oh.
The guy.
Horse and horse 1.
Okay.
There we
Horse
go.
and horse. Wait, like horse, like a horse cough? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Like horse?
Yeah, with an E.
Horace?
H-O-A-R-S-E.
Name's horse.
Yeah. That's what mine was.
Your voice is horse?
Yes.
Horse?
Horse.
Horse?
Okay.
Yeah, horse and horse.
He's a very strong horse, but not very smart. That's why I named him very similar to what his breed is.
Okay. So, as you guys are traveling southward
Which is horse.
through the mountain range, it does.
Seems like we're going the right direction.
Yes, as you look at the map, that is excellent. As you look at the map, after about an hour or two's travel, uneventful, very calming through the mountains, a little bit of an echo through it, you do get to a fork in the road. One looks like on the path to the left, looks like it goes elevated and starts climbing along the mountain range. The other path stays along the bottom.
I'm gonna dismount and walk up
Okay.
and check for any signs of animals or any signs of wagons or horses or any such.
Sure. Roll me a survival check.
I'm gonna get out as well. Do a little stretch. Well, is the Y on the map?
19?
Like, does it map both ways though?
No, it doesn't. There's only one path so far.
19?
19. You do see some hoof marks, smaller than a horse. By 19, you figure it's a four-legged creature, has hoofs. Not too sure. You'd assume it'd be a goat or something, or some type of sheep.
Okay. And
Mhm.
that's going up?
Yeah, the goats seem to be going up, and there's
Anything
several
going-
different tracks of them.
anything going-
And you'd see what looks like horse tracks, as well as some drag marks from a wagon. You can assume.
Well, it seems the descending path is traveled by horse and wagon, and the ascending path is
Yeah. So the
Some wildlife.
ascending path looks more or less like it goes further, more to the eastern, like straight east. The other that goes downwards looks like it continues going south a ways. And it's hard to see up ahead of the road because the mountain ranges block your vision.
what way do we need to go, Zukk?
Well, according to the map, we need to go to the south way.
Is that true?
From what you gather, it just looks like
I just want to go over and take the map, and you have it upside down.
Fine. I've never said I was a good navigator.
I'm just joking.
I'm gonna kick a rock and I'm gonna go take a look in the bush.
Okay, now I'll actually look at the map.
You look at it, even though he had it upside down, he did either coincidentally he was right, or or he was. That's how he reads.
Nice.
You guys taking a break here, or shall we keep going?
No, I think we should continue.
They faintly hear the sound of the harmonica come. And
Okay.
Yeah. Just couple line.
Monica.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're calling. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Just give me a minute. I just gotta finish my tea.
Many breaks though, kind of like play for a few seconds,
Okay, cool.
like not getting the right tune, so just like adjust with alcohol instead of adjusting like just.
And just to give you some more just kind of imagery of how the mountain breaks off into these two paths, it does further up ahead when the paths stretch, there is another mountain range kind of in the middle of it. But for the starting off, it looks like for the beginning of the travel, there's kind of a gully in between them.
You almost done, Zukk?
Yeah. I'm kind of curious about this gully.
What are you curious about?
Is there any water in it?
Nope, looks all dried up and it just rocks kind of put in there. You can see the bottom of it. It's not that deep. Cool.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I enjoy that.
Did Monk say anything about a fork in the road?
Oh, on the map it shows many forks in the road. It's
But it
not a
is.
very good map, to be honest.
Yeah, when they gave it to you, they did say it was a very basic, just
Yeah,
drawn.
no, I know.
Those who travel the path would know.
Yeah.
Looking at the map, I'd be able to recognize what fork we're at.
No,
It's
this
not mapped.
this
Oh,
part is not
it's
mapped,
only
but it
one.
just looks like it does veer southward
It
on the
seems
map.
like other people have traveled this direction, though. So.
Yeah, that's.
Unless you guys are feeling adventurous and want to take the
No, I think it's just some
road less traveled.
I think it's just some wild goats.
There's probably people following us. We'll probably keep going.
We could always shake them.
This is why you don't ask directions from old people, Zukk.
I'm trying to give
Onward,
them-
enough chit chat.
All right, so you take a moment there to refill your beverage, and then continue traveling down the southward path. You travel for about another. What just happened? Okay, was working. No, it's gone. You travel for another, probably about another 2 hours or so. The path you're on now kind of starts breaking away from the mountainside. You still have a mountainside on your, as you're traveling down, to be on your right-hand side. Looks like the other rock formations and mountain is starting to branch off, and it's just starting to become like a clearing of just rocks, some branches and like shrubs kind of sticking out, but no really vegetation to them. Actually, yeah, it'd probably be on this path after about 4 hours or so like that. Not really much to see, but it is now the path itself. You still see the tracks going along it, but now is just kind of a big opening with the mountainside now not as claustrophobic. You can actually see the road that you're on for a bit, and the path that you travel on continues on, and about you can see up ahead that it does start to turn around the corner again. It goes a little bit western to this side to keep following along the base of the mountain. The pathway itself ends up going again between two rock formations, so you are in kind of another ravine, sort of. But the open fields, or the open rock field, sort of still follows along the mountain range on your other side. You guys want to?
I'm gonna keep watching on. Is the rock face pretty close to us? Or?
The one along the one side
Yeah.
to you, going down, it'd be on your right hand side, is still there, and then the left side kind of opens up now
Yeah.
as you're going.
I'm gonna make.
Tall.
Okay.
Can roll a perception check if you'd like.
That's what
12.
That's what I was gonna do. So I can
Yeah.
assist if we want to roll again.
Sure. Worse. 12 it is.
12?
Mm-hmm.
There is something up in the dirt field that kind of it just looks like a set of boulders or something that have all been kind of piled up, but it is probably about 400 feet away from you, but because it's so flat in this area, it just kind of sticks out and almost looks like a just a rock formation of a pyramid of something, of boulders all stacked up.
Do you know what it is?
From this distance, it only looks just like a bunch of rocks.
What time of day is it?
It's getting to be about lunchtime.
Seems like an odd place for a rock formation in the plains here.
Oh, you see it too, Zukk.
Yeah.
Could be one of those rock
What is that?
creatures we came across that one time.
Rock creature.
What are they called again?
Like a golem?
No.
Remember we saw them when we were going to.
Yeah, the rolling rock thingy.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Vincent said, "Don't
Yes.
don't fuck with those things."
Don't mess with the rocks.
Yeah.
Docile until provoked.
I think we will ignore them for now.
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
Gonna stand up in the back of the wagon and do a little stretch.
Yeah.
Excited about going back home, Graff?
Not really.
No.
I just hope we're not there long.
Yeah.
How's the royalty?
Royalty?
Well, there wasn't really much royalty when we were there.
There's,
Am I gonna get robbed?
Potentially.
yeah. Likely.
Yeah.
Likely. Yeah.
Rakell? No. Too pretty. You?
You might want to dirty yourself
Too
up a
rich.
little bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I might have some mud back here for you. Oh, I'm just kidding. Watch your pockets.
Watch your fingers.
No, not for me.
I whisper to Kaine. Perhaps that will give us a chance to get up to some of our old tricks if this town or city is known for
I did
hooligans.
promise you that we would.
We'll see.
No, we can't hear
Yeah.
you. So.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could check to see if you could.
Yes. Perhaps we will.
Okay.
Continue on.
So continue down this pathway.
Problems,
Travel on for another. It'd be about another hour or so to 2 hours, where you start going through this path, and it is again very claustrophobic. But the road is wide enough for your wagons, the horses. Doesn't really get too tight or too enclosing, but you're just mountains on the side, and all you can see is sky up above. The mountainside to your going down, so the mountainside to your right now starts to kind of break away, and you're starting to see other mountains behind it, and you can actually see like ledges kind of coming off of it, like other pathways up a mountain, just natural formation of like cliff sides going around.
Directionally, which way are we going now?
You guys are still going down the southern way, but
Yeah.
you've kind of just veered off to the west a bit, and now it's starting to wrap back around, and as it's wrapping back
To
around,
the south?
yeah, you're still on the southern path. If you remember from the monastery, they said it'd be anywhere from 8 to 10 days to make it to Rothschild through the mountain range.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Yes.
So we're gonna be in the mountains for 8 days.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
As Kaine says aloud, and you just hear an echo through things. But as you start traveling, you're starting to see
Don't the goats sound good now?
it's not as enclosing anymore. You can see mountains kind of drifting down, and the road that you're actually on is starting to elevate a bit.
Do I still notice the wagon tracks and stuff?
Yeah, it looks like this is a fairly traveled path. It looks from the tracks that you did see, it doesn't look like anything's come your way. It just looks like it all goes this way.
Just for the sake of me keeping asking you,
No.
if at any point they disappear,
Yes.
I want you
I
to let me
keep
know.
note of that too. If I say something like, "Oh my God, there's a big monster," you're like, "How come I didn't see the tracks?"
Yeah.
Just correct me.
Are you still referencing the map?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have
Well, I
the
mean,
map?
we're following the same path. It doesn't really matter. But yeah,
I
that's
just
why I
want to
keep.
make sure we
That's
don't
why I keep
veer.
asking which
Yeah.
direction.
No, it doesn't veer.
Like this is-
Looking at the map, you guys are making somewhat good time, but like I said, it's very basic. I apologize, I did have.
It's all good.
We'll see where you get at the end of this. But anyways, the mountain ranges itself starts breaking off in different elevations as the path you're on now starts elevating a bit. You can see across the mountain there is like you're starting to go up with no safety railing on this side. It's starting to ascend, and you start to look down as you walk. Little pebbles kind of fall down off the side as you guys wagon, but it's still not enclosing, just enough. Yeah, get these sound. But then you see another pathway kind of going off the kitty corner kind of to you guys across this ravine as you're going up, and you see it going up the other side of the mountain range, kind of goes in for a bit, or sorry, bends into the mountains deeper. Keep walking along, and all of a sudden you'll start seeing it again. Up ahead, though, I guess let's roll a perception check for me. I guess we're going with 15 then.
You want to beat 15?
You're deep in that map.
6. I'm
16. So 6 up ahead, just kind of as it's about to cusp a corner, you can see what almost looks like a goat trail, pretty much, that kind of goes up to a ledge, and you can see that the rock formation itself kind of cuts in, and there's like a cave or a tunnel up above.
Oh, there's a tunnel up there.
What? Where?
It's just up there. It's like a goat trail.
One sec. Put away the map.
Probably can't bring a carriage up there.
Oh no, it doesn't look like any of your horse. Maybe the mule might be able to make it up, but
I'd like to use my. I read that hunter's journal back from that book that I got from Pious Woods, so I have advantage on tracking. Just want to see if I see any tracks or anything leading up this path into this cave.
Roll a survival check with advantage, because I believe that's what that book does for you.
Okay, 22. No.
22.
Yeah.
It does look like at one point similar goat trails that you've seen before. But then out of the corner of your eye, you see a big print of something that has little pads on it, just kind of into the more of the broken rock of like almost sand and dirt, and it has a few claws on it. It looks to be something big, like your guess would be probably a bear.
Don't want to fuck with mountain bears.
No.
I believe that is a mountain bear cave.
Huh.
I mean, probably has good organs though, Zukk.
Yeah, no. Unless you want to fight him for me.
You gonna help me?
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
Like down here,
Well, I
Up
mean,
the
yeah,
cave?
I'm going. I'll come behind you. I got your back.
I've never had beer before. Is it delicious? A bear, sorry.
or beer? I was
He's
gonna say you
my
partaked in a lot of ale
Can
consumption.
I look around while this is going on?
Mhm.
I just want to see if there's any kind of like flowers or any type of herbs or anything like that.
Yeah. Roll a nature check. Or sorry, nature investigation or survival, whatever's the highest.
16.
16. Just as you're kind of looking at the cusp of where this like cliffside kind of comes out and hangs down, because you guys can't see what's on the other side. This is literally at a bend in the trail. You do see some greenery with a little like red petal up there.
How fresh were those bear tracks or tracks that I thought were
There's
bear?
flowers near the cave.
2 days, or sorry, a day.
Coming
maybe.
down or going up?
Both directions.
Which one's fresher?
The one going up.
Okay.
Yes, and at the like
I'll
mouth
fight
of the
there.
cave,
I'm up for it.
there is like some flower, some type of flower and green vine, sort of.
Cal, just because I want to prove a point to a Cal. How big is this bear print in comparison?
Pretty big.
Like
Compared to
Compared to the bears that you've come across so
I'm
far,
gonna put my foot
this one is. Oh yeah,
inside this.
yes,
bear
and you do, and it's just in the.
Does it just go like
plate.
in the one little pad?
Yeah, the one
Oh
big
my
pad.
God.
This thing looks huge.
Yeah.
Kaine, can
Just-
I ask a favor?
What?
I would really like that herb up there at the cave, but
Judging by the size of these feet, I don't really want to become snack.
I just
so-
grab my gourd and make my way up, overhearing him.
Rakell,
All right, so as you guys,
just don't bite it this time.
Unless we kill it first. And
some
cook it.
pebbles and rocks fall as you guys look up, and you see Rakell shimmying up it.
Please don't fall.
Trying to be careful. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
trying to be careful, climbing it up. Not, you didn't say you're being crazy,
Take
gun
a
ho.
break,
As he's going
Drink
It
every
could
now and
break.
then.
No, you're good. You make it all the way to the top, and you're at the entrance of this cave. To take in your view, you can now, sitting up here, you can see what's coming up around the bend of this mountain. And it looks like the pathway you're on, just a natural formation, ends up breaking off by itself and like plateaus out. So there's like fall on each side, whether it be natural formation or someone has kind of just cleaved part of the rock, and it is a path that winds around. And yeah, out of the corner of your eye, it looks like a gigantic spear is coming out of the mountain with a hand holding it. Like, literally, this is you, and there's like a big stone hand coming out of the mountain side.
While he's like climbing up,
But yeah, and then you look in, and there's just a dark cave.
I'm gonna be flipping through my book of herbology, and can I, like, is there...
You'd have to be up front to see this plant. Where he is, you see it, and you can see this beautiful, the vines themselves look like roots that come out of potatoes and whatnot, with a little bit of green tinge to them. The flower itself has 3 petals that come out, and these little yellow, almost antennae kind of come
What's it
out
look like,
pollen.
Rakell?
Shit. There's a fucking giant bear up there, idiot.
That's a good point. So
You
that's
did
probably
scream
fine.
that out.
I just looked out at him.
You're going in first if he woke it up.
I'll help off the cart and get
Okay.
the horses some water and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'll grab the flower.
Okay.
Which part of it do you need? I don't know.
That's a-
Fuck, I'm just gonna rip it out.
All right, I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh shit. 20, not that.
You pop it, and then just this little like pop sound, and this little like yellow steam comes out of it. A very foul smell to it. Yeah, and you're just like, what the fuck? And as you like wave it out, some of the yellow residue sticks to your hands, and it gets warm, but it doesn't burn.
Yeah, smack a bear with it.
And you can start seeing the roots to itself start shriveling up and retracting back into whatever crack they were growing out of.
I'm gonna make my way back down. I guess pop it to Zukk.
So you come back down,
I'm flipping through my book.
flipping through your
Hey,
book.
can you get in
Yeah, can you do
into
that
the
while we get
wagon?
going?
I'll tell them about the fist thing I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems pretty cool. I wonder what that could be.
It takes you a few moments. You find a flower that's very similar picture,
Okay.
and it is called the Crimson Wormling.
Does the map have anything design-wise with this fist spear thing?
All it says, from what you can gather from where you are, there is something written on the map that says the Giant's Path.
I'm assuming we're pretty close to this. Would Kaine know anything history-wise about this fist big huge person?
Roll if you'd like, sir.
Yeah.
Do a history check. Yeah, I'm just like, no, I don't know. You guys can.
No,
You-
absolutely
you-
not.
System
4. This is too far for me.
5.
5. Never heard anything about this.
Slightly closer than you. But still dumb.
I guess if everyone else is...
Yeah, everyone else is now scattering around. We'll allow it.
Yeah.
12.
12.
Actually, I'll use it. Jane,
Yes,
recall-
Graff. A little muffled her voice now in that enclosed thing, but yeah.
I'm gonna... Trying to think how does this spell right? Recall arcane and history. I just don't know how to like
Oh.
ask her to assist. Could you assist me in some?
Lore or
Yeah,
yeah,
some
however you want to
lore.
say it. Sure.
Yeah.
Roll a with advantage. As the gem kind of brightens up and you can feel your armament almost have like
Yeah.
colored veins go through it to give you sight beyond sight.
We're doing history.
Yeah, if you want.
21.
Jane starts kind of just flooding your mind with just or not imagery, I say. She speaks of a place where stone giants used to reside, called the Stone Abyss. It was a place where exiled stone giants would go, and they held a fortress against this place. And they raised creatures that were called bears. Bears? Yeah.
Almost like bears, but not bears.
Yeah,
It's almost like
BEHIR.
horse, but not horse.
Yeah, and they were literally dragon killers. These creatures. But that was that was history. Like that's been many years since this, and there's been no sightings in this area.
Okay.
You see magical times?
The mythological times.
So he's told you about this spirit thing. You guys all get back in the wagon and continue
Yeah.
down this
Oh, yeah.
pathway.
I assumed we were moving.
Okay,
while we
so
were-
as you're
Yeah.
moving, you can kind of see what Rakell's talking about, and as you're getting this information, you can see there carved into the mountainside is a gigantic stone humanoid figure standing there with a spear hold out, and then this pelt kind of out of stone made into it. And as you get past, you're kind of going along it, and then this plateaued pathway kind of snakes in front of this area. And you can see that there's actually two figures. One has been broken. There's no head on it anymore. There is no arm sticking out of it, but it looks very similar, except, everything's reversed. The pelt's on the shoulder. Spear's broken out hand, but the one still looks in prime condition. As you kind of look down, you can see like the rubble of the statue itself that has fallen and gathered down below. That is piled up in front of what looks to be two large doors. So you see these two statue figures just standing there.
The
and then
doors
these
are
two-
at the feet?
These doors are way down at the feet at the bottom of this ravine.
Interesting.
And from where you guys are on this pathway, it is about 500 feet or so, but these things are just very majestic looking, like just very
They're breathtaking.
perfect.
Perfect. Have you guys ever seen anything like this before?
No, this plant is quite fascinating. It's got this weird property. Don't know what it is.
Well, doesn't that just suck?
The writing is faint in the book, but it looks like it can be used to make a potion of fire breathing.
Got some weird properties. Sorry, what were you talking about?
Look up from your book.
And yeah, as you it looks up, like
my
where the pathway
God.
crosses is about like stomach height, so you can just see these mountain heads sticking out about as high as the mountain ranges itself.
They're not gonna come to life, are they, Graff?
Don't think so. I mean, some weird shit can go on, but
I think they're just carving. I don't think they're anything.
Whoever carved that is a pretty good carbsman.
I've never heard it called carvesman before.
Oh, stonemason. I mean, I'm so sorry.
Your education is showing, Zukk.
What's that
Sorry, I
bullshit?
apologize.
So the pathway you're on, as scary as it is, looking down both sides, still wide enough. Does look like it branches up ahead about 700 feet, because you're right out in the open and you can just see mountains all around. Every now and then there's a break in the mountains. But up ahead it looks like two paths reconnect, and then it kind of starts going down into the mountains itself again. Just a peak ravine kind of down, and you can't see how far the path is.
Continue.
You continue. So traveling about this time now, it is getting darker out. The wind starts to get colder.
Pull my wolf pelt.
Okay,
Keep out
that's
from
very
the,
good.
pack on ninja.
Yeah. Put it on. The winds themselves start getting very picking up because it is more of a ravine and you're out in the open. You guys make it to the fork that goes back into the mountains. Do you guys want to continue through the night or set up camp?
probably
Keep
find
going.
somewhere to camp. You think?
Yeah.
It's getting kind of cold. We need to find some shelter.
So is there any kind of sparse trees or anything?
Not in this area. There does look to be. Well, roll a investigation or survival check.
How dark is it right now?
Still, there is still some
Okay.
light. Like it's not getting super late at night, but because you're in the mountain range, the sun
Yeah,
only
it's
shone
fine.
for
Yeah,
so long.
yeah.
So when you guys kind of got to this area, sun was kind of abundant, but now it's starting to dim. Survival or investigation?
10.
10. Again, you do see some kind of plant life or some shrubs sticking out, but no trees or whatnot. When getting close back into this pathway that seems to be enclosed by mountains again, you can see makeshift trails that kind of go up, and there are little, again, caves on both sides.
do you think?
I think we should press on for a little bit longer. Get out of this area.
Find somewhere with a little more
Your finger
cover?
gets very cold, so.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna rain tonight. I could be wrong.
I mean, I'm not worried about that. I mean, we have tents. But
I look at Zukk like amazed at how he could tell that from just putting his finger up there. Like,
I'm more worried.
Maybe guesstimating.
I'm more worried about these caves. Potential ambush is quite great.
Unless we ambush the cave, and then they can't ambush us from the cave that we're already in.
Preemptive strike.
Yes.
My suggestion is to continue.
Okay.
That's fine with me.
All right.
Okay.
Continuing on. Oh,
Perhaps I should sit up front with you, though, Graff.
Sure.
Just as it gets darker, we can see a bit
Mhm.
better.
Thank you.
And is this still wagon beaten trap?
yeah.
Okay.
On this.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, because you guys didn't. Yeah, sorry.
Sidebar
Yeah.
though, I just wanted to, for like this flower in the book, for using it,
Mm-hmm.
like is there anything specific I need to do to like be able to use it? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And for that I just wanted to know what it said so I can do it.
It
And, like,
requires other ingredients
no,
as
I don't
well
want
as.
to make it. I just
Oh.
want to like be able to like harvest like I guess this flower. Or, like,
Yeah.
do I just like shove the flower in the vial and be like, yo, this is good? You know what I mean? Or do I like break off the root?
you need
or
a bunch.
something?
Need a
You know what I
recipe.
mean?
It says that you can use the petals for something as well as the little yellow
okay.
things inside. They can be used for multiple purposes. But you are carrying something that this could be stored in that you wouldn't have to worry about it rotting or anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my bag.
Might be a recipe book or something for that.
Yeah. Yeah, so what the book that you have, it just helps you identify plants
Yeah.
and sometimes gives suggestions of what you can make with it. Certain things, Lornith has written in her own personal notes of what you can maybe brew with it.
more worried
Other
about
than that, yeah, it's just more of identification. It doesn't really tell you how to brew the alchemy. You can do trial and error if you want, but gives suggestions of what it can be used for.
Yeah, no, I mean like when like he pulled it and there's like that goo, I just want to know if there's stuff like that, like ways to harvest it. So
Yeah.
like if I go to do something, I'm not like killing this.
It would warn you, like after Rakell did it, you kind of like look at it and it does give you like a heads up warning that the root system themselves has a defense mechanism whenever the plant's endangered, that it will shoot out like this acidic yellow substance that will burn to the skin. Yeah. So you guys travel, continue traveling throughout the night as it getting darker. Are you guys using any light sources, or are you gonna just use Jane's
Probably an
torches?
ingredient in Azur's piss.
I mean, as it's getting darker myself, I would be scanning for somewhere to make camp.
Yeah,
Before
Okay.
it's too
Looking
dark.
for right now, yeah.
Um,
I was just trying to keep going as
Yeah.
we had daylight, so we can get out of the
As
city
looking
and-
around, as the what little light you do have, you do see that the tracks that you're traveling on kind of veer into this like little kitty corner into the rock face of the mountain. It kind of veers off. You don't know where it's going. It's not located on the map. You can see that the wheels themselves have gone into this turn, and then you can see turns that come back out.
That'd be a place to camp. Is it an open?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. When you're now at this part, once again, you're always kind of going to be on the edge of a mountain as the
Yeah.
pathways go through, unless you're on the main ground.
Yeah.
But yes, this one is more on the elevated, on your eastern side. So you could go in as the western side mountain has now kind of opened up again.
Okay.
And again, it's a steep slope down. You can still see ground from where you are, but it's about 80 to 90 feet up.
I have a weird proposition, Graff. Maybe. I wonder if Jane can assess if an area is. This might sound weird, but if it's
What is it?
safe, not safe, but if there's, I don't know. I'm just nervous that in these mountains that there could be goblins or orcs or whatever kind of. They have.
Other than her looking, there's not
The,
much.
well, that's what I mean. Could she
Yeah.
analyze the rock here to see if there's a false?
I
wall
could always
or
put an
something?
alarm around the corner behind us in case anything's following.
I'm talking about the wall that's in front of us.
Hmm.
That's all I'm curious.
Not really. That's not something she can. I mean, she can
Not really a wall in
look
front
at
of you, but it just looks like there's a turn off that goes into the mountains here, and you can't really see further in.
Oh,
like
it
an
keeps
S-Y.
continues?
Like,
Yeah, so your
like,
pathway continues, but there is like a little veered off on the path.
Oh, and it stops.
you're not too sure that you can just see, and then the mountain kind of turns in again.
So
It's like it's almost going to be like a labyrinth of rock
Yeah.
traveling as you're going. You're not getting lost because you have a map that kind of gives you a general direction of where you're going.
Jane, fly up 25 feet and take a look around, see if you can see anything.
Yes, Graff.
I'll roll a perception check.
So
for her.
just kind of where you are, or you're centering around the corner?
Well,
or-
she can only go 25 feet,
Yeah.
so straight up 25 feet.
Okay.
Like, can she, like, would it make sense for me to tell her that? Like, could she be able to see farther down that path?
Yeah, if you center down the pathway, yeah, she can see down that way.
25 feet around the corner down the path.
So if I put her straight up, she wouldn't be able to see down?
No, because
Oh,
the
okay.
mountain itself turns.
Oh, okay.
Unless there might be a lower rock face that you can like look over in if you want.
Yeah, I'll just send her down there
Okay.
20 feet.
Center there for a moment. You kind of see her glow, boom, and then she dims just to be safe.
Mhm.
Goes around the corner. Just wait a moment.
Will they do a perception check for her? or-
Yes, sure.
Natural 20, 23.
Holy shit.
She says it's nothing, but it is a dead end.
Is it dead end?
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing down there, but it's a dead end. Maybe a good place just to camp.
Oh, sorry, natural 20. She does say that it looks like there's refuge of a campsite that was here.
Looks like an old campsite. What do you guys think?
I,
Here for the night?
I think at this point, this is probably the best we're gonna get.
Yeah, the horses are getting pretty tired going
Mhm.
up these cliffs, so.
And I had a side thought.
Have to reevaluate.
We
this
should have
map.
probably stocked up on maybe that keg full of water, because these horses aren't gonna have much to drink the next.
Well, we did pass a ravine back then, just a bit. If we do have to double back.
It was dry though.
It was a dry ravine.
Oh,
There's
the
been no
whole ravine
water
is
yet.
dry. Oh, I
Mhm.
thought there was some water.
Is water not part of our rations? Yeah.
But-
You have enough. So one ration a day. Yeah, it's for you. If you guys want to sacrifice another ration, that would cover the horses for the day.
Yeah.
Ace is
So
pretty
it'd be
good.
one ration per horse because the horse is
Right.
thing and it's pulling like.
I have
I already gave him-
15.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
quite a few too. So.
Okay.
Ace can survive off ale.
We strategically back the wagon up into this dead end,
Nice.
Perfect.
and yeah, set up a. I'm gonna set up a tent in the back of the
Mhm.
the wagon. And
Okay.
how wide is it with the wagon backed in here?
The wagon back in, it gets a little bit tighter, but you're looking like you're playing around with 40 feet of it. Kind of goes.
In a
The
circle?
turn itself itself is only about 10 feet wide. Gets enough in for the wagon, and then there's about a 20-foot wide, like almost circular kind of area, and then it goes into this 40-foot area.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Set of. Does everyone have tents?
Yeah, you guys all still have your tent.
Set a few tents. And
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, bugs.
I like to backtrack a bit, kind of go around to where like you can't see our camp from.
Okay.
And set up an alarm.
Perfect.
Some of my spell slots do that.
Just gonna set up bed in the
Okay.
back of the wagon.
While you're
Beside the inn
setting up
keg.
camp, you guys can roll
my tent's in the back of the wagon.
perception
Yeah, it's
checks
much
for me, please.
I was already
Are
laying.
we doing fire?
No.
No,
Do you think we're good enough? No.
I don't think we need fire.
Yeah, so need old perception. 14.
14?
17.
Okay. 17? You want to roll? Yeah, 17's enough. Jane was right. There does look to be like a remnants of an old campfire that was set up here. Some mini little flasks, that kind of thing. Yes, yeah, looks like drinking apparel that's around here. As well as, it takes you a second because you think they're like actual severed ears. But you find out that they are just kind of like some arts or some type of crafted little pointy green ears. And you also find is a jar kind of half filled with like this green kind of tar. But when I don't know if you touch it or not, but look at it and it's green and it's just there's a thick texture to it. And then some bones and whatnot of like what looks like food.
It's getting pretty dark now. So.
Yeah, it's getting fairly dark, especially in this corner here.
Yeah,
the
I
mountain
just
kind of stretches
Want
over
to check
itself.
out this green stuff here? It's kind of up your alley. I don't know. Yeah. Like there's these little ears, and then there's this. What you said was like
Yeah, it's like a tiny little jar.
a little jar here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Can I do a check on if I know if these ears are like real or like what kind of
Sure.
they're from, or are they like crafted or?
They look crafted. From what Graff has said, they look like Graff. Yeah, they look like little pointy green ears.
and figure out what this slime is?
Sure.
What do you want it to be?
Investigation check.
Okay. 18.
18. Looks to be some type of paint. It has the smell of paint. When you kind of inspect it a little bit with a little dab of your finger, it kind of dyes your skin a green color. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna dab my finger. There you go.
Yeah, you leave little
Green marks.
green marks. Yeah.
It's just paint craft, but I think I'm gonna hold on to it.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Just repaint.
Put it in the wagon.
Okay.
I don't have a lid for it yet.
If the light permits me, I would like to just quickly survey the footprints and stuff. Just I want to make sure there was never a struggle here.
Roll a survival check again.
And I'd like to collect some of
That
the
one.
That one.
No, wait.
Looks like there was a struggle here.
Yeah. It appears to be.
You're kind of taken aback because you see small footprints, and at first you think they're Zukk's, and then you're like, oh, they're a little size bigger, and then you see other like little claw marks that look like Zukk's footprints, but they have 3 little points on the end of them.
It looks like right here
Let's go.
there was some kind of small humanoid that. Sorry, you said bigger or slightly?
Just slightly bigger, so it's
Slightly
small.
bigger
humanoid.
than a gnome,
Like goblins.
Like kobolds?
But-
Kobolds.
potentially, and there appears to be a struggle over here. So, I think we best be on
While we do that, I'm just gonna like
guard.
I'm just look around like up top.
We're on the same page.
Just gonna look up top. Like,
Look up top.
Definitely.
Not too much.
No.
Not bad.
Oh, just
Well,
at the.
I have an alarm set up around
Yep.
the corner, so
Perfect.
as long as
Yes.
they can't
who-
fly, we
Zukk,
should
you're
be
taking first watch.
Sure.
Perfect.
Sure.
Jump
Okay.
Jump into my tent and
He finds
Which I'm
he
covering
finds
with
Rakell.
Rakell.
Yeah,
and I-
Rakell's all bundled up.
Would it
we're
be,
gonna, we're gonna
I'm
cuddle
using-
for warmth anyways.
yeah.
I'm
Would it be
using my
really
wrap.
dark now? Okay. So
I'm gonna cuddle up to you for warmth.
Yeah, the moons are kind of out of range right now. It's not really providing light. There are stars in the sky, but it's pretty
I
dark.
got my
Yeah.
weasel pelt. Make me think of Rufus.
hey Zukk, I'll take first watch. That way I can use Jane to light up the place here.
We'll see.
So that way she'll be able to kind of have some rest and reset her abilities for the next day. If you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Use it right now.
Wake me up whenever.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna have Jane might cast some light around here while I keep watch. Right, so 25 feet.
Sure.
My wraps of the monk. That
Yeah.
I got.
Mm-hmm.
What? How many pieces was it again? Kind of.
It was the the bandages for the hands and the forearm,
Yeah.
and then the one arm and the head.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
They are still a little
Do I have to
ale
be?
soaked.
Yeah.
But
That's fine.
yeah.
It's emergency saving.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do I have to be wearing the whole thing?
As long as you're wearing some of it and you've attuned to it.
Yeah.
So you can like it's enough wrap to cover the whole arm,
Yeah.
or and the
I'm
sort
gonna
of the
take
two arms,
off one of the
and a
wraps.
headband, but you can put them on you any
Yeah.
way you want.
The headband just sits in my pocket.
Okay.
Or my bag. No, I'm gonna take off one of the arm ones.
Okay.
I'm gonna tie the tap to my keg closed, and just fucking knot her shut. And just
Well
give it a
done.
look over like I'm inspecting every corner.
Yeah.
I'll keep a good eye on
As
it.
he's doing
How will
that,
how will
take
Zukk
the
fuck
tent
this
for
up?
myself.
These starfish out just like that,
It wasn't me.
yeah. Okay. So Graff's gonna take the first watch. You
Yeah.
said. All right.
With Jane helping me out.
Roll a d20, please.
13.
13. Throughout the calmness of the night, and you hear the rustling of Kaine and Rakell both trying to get back into a tent, you do hear 2 voices. A loud booming kind of voice, but it's off in the distance, and then just with the mountains all around, the echoing could be coming from either behind you guys or in front of you.
Yeah.
But you're like, and then you hear,
As soon as I heard the voice, it was Jane to me, and she's just gonna go inside my armor. She's
Okay.
her like spell's gonna keep going, but it's
Yeah.
in me, so just like
okay,
a focused beam of light
Okay.
on my chest.
sure.
Yeah.
You hear carry on, and then it just kind of gets quiet again.
Quiet again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep her like shining out of my chest. chest for
Okay.
the rest of my watch, just so I can kind of direct it.
Yep.
Like, if I have
All
to
right.
keep it covered, if I can cover it if I hear anything, or
Yeah.
As long as you turn it down.
For a little bit, you hear it, and then it starts fading away,
Fading
as
away.
if it's going away from you guys.
okay.
All right. Who wants to take next watch?
Hey Zukk, you're next.
Perfect.
Get
Stretch
up on
up.
the cart.
I get
There's no more room on the cart. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping here every night.
Not no
Small
more.
bones. They look like
Not since the
just by
incident.
looking at them, they look like they would be some kind of pheasant or some type of bird.
pick them up
Yeah, looks like yeah.
and keep them.
Mhm.
And then, I guess just on my watch, I'm just gonna tinker with my dragon fly.
Okay.
I'm gonna see. I want to see if I can use potentially any of those bones as like any type of makeshift pieces for the wings.
All right. Let's roll a tinker's check. Just intelligence check for me. Not a saving throw. Just add your intelligence modifier to it.
Okay, 7.
7?
Yes.
Not that
Won't
you can
work.
think of. No, maybe, but it'd take some fine filing and crafting to get it done. Yeah. Cool.
And other than that, dude's training with 10.
All right,
Going
cool.
Back to the road.
All right, roll your animal handling check and then roll a d20 after it for me, please.
Attempt 17.
Dude,
Tim,
I
look-
rolled a 17. 17 for Tim.
Yeah.
With says 19, and then perception is.
Not really perception, just a straight d20 roll.
Oh, 15 for that
15. Okay. Tim, from your successful try last time, he knows what you're doing now, and you didn't even have to give him cheese. He starts
Not rubbing it on.
gnawing into it, and you can see him like pulling away at threads, and he knows to go.
Yes, Tim. Jeez.
What?
Is it like? Is my watch still going? Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you haven't really been watching because you've been focusing on what else you're doing, but
Classic.
so far the alarm hasn't gone off, and
like I remember.
nothing's changed in the campsite.
Okay. After my triumphantness, I'm gonna give Tim some food, put him on my shoulder, and
Okay.
I'm gonna walk like I don't know, 2 or 3 feet, like just so I can kind of peer around the corner and look where kind of my alarm is.
So you're going back to the actual path where your alarm is.
I'm not going the whole way. I'm
Okay.
literally just peeking out
So you're
somewhere around that
pretty
wall
much
so
peeking
there's
through the two sides of the mountain
Yes.
there, and then there you see your path go that way.
Yeah, that's it.
That's about where you're stopping.
That's what I'm talking. Just kind of checking.
Looks normal.
Perfect. I'm gonna go back then. Perfect. And I'm just gonna chill for the rest of my watch. Actually.
Okay. Actually, watch. All right. So nothing eventful happens. Who do you wake up next?
Wake up, Rakell. Hey, Rakell. Rakell, oh my God, something happened.
It's in
This
the
giant
tent.
bird came and it like stole your head.
I panic, feeling someone close to
Yeah,
my keg
oh yeah.
and just push
Push him away?
whatever
All
is
right.
out of the
I,
tent.
I also kicked Zukk out of the tent because I'm also sleeping there. Close the tent.
You know what? This is anarchy. I'm in my own tent.
All right. So you guys kind of both stirred. Who wants to take the next watch?
Yeah. I guess I'll just like stumble out at some point and
Okay.
grab my gourd.
All right. Is that all you're gonna do? Just drink
I'm
your
just
gourd.
gonna sit and hang out my gourd. Maybe
Okay.
maybe Rakell will actually take a look at it for once. You know,
Okay.
just,
Roll an investigation check for me.
Is there moonlight to that? You
No.
can't see.
Oh, did you leave Jane humming or?
No. As soon as it was past, like
Yeah,
shift,
past your shift. Just turn
I
it
just
off.
sit in the dark.
Yeah. Okay. You're sitting in the dark.
Absolutely.
Just like feeling my gourd.
All right. Feeling it. What'd you get?
Getting intimate with
11.
11. As you're feeling the gourd, you kind of brush the bottom of it, and the bottom half kind of spins a bit.
Oh.
And then you're like, oh shit, because booze poured out, nothing pours out. But you feel that the bottom of the gourd can unwind. Can't see nothing.
Oh, I know.
You feel it, and you're swishing it around.
Save till morning. Just
All right, just roll a d20 for me.
2.
2, we're fine. Kaine, you awake to do your watch?
I don't wake him up. I just kind of come in the tent and just cuddle beside him.
Roll a perception check for him.
Rip. 11.
You get jostled just a bit, enough to kind of wake you up, and then you hear Rakell snoring beside you.
I like put my. I figure the tent's not really that big.
It's not that big, but you guys are cuddled.
I try and put like my foot out the door just to test how cold the air is outside the tent.
It's a little chilly.
Just 5 minutes.
Okay.
Just kind of relax and pass it.
Okay.
Well, it wouldn't be too
Not necessarily something bad.
As the sky begins to warm up a little bit, there is some blueness to it. Without nobody kind of waking you guys up, you guys do kind of sleep in for a little bit, for an hour or so. Waking up to hearing the horses.
I like as soon as you hear the horses, I like get right up. I'm like, oh shit!
Yeah.
I jump out like right
I see this tent.
Yeah. You guys just see Kaine just jump to attention, like look around.
I get out of the tent. This is a busy watch. Like rubbing sleep out of my eyes. I survey the area of the campsite now that's bright out, just to make sure. Is anything amiss?
Nope.
Perfect. I go over and give Windjammin a ration.
Okay.
Give myself a ration for the
So
day.
you guys make sure you take off at least,
Yeah.
because every
2 rations.
animal needs to be fed a ration.
Yeah.
One ration. One ration lasts all day for you guys, pretty much.
Yeah.
Same with the horse.
Tim needs cheese over.
As long as you have your cheese wheel there that you
I
keep
have
taking
a
bits of
quarter
it.
left.
I know.
I've
Just
been-
keep track of it.
yeah.
Keep track of it. Okay. Oh.
My eraser go.
I have one here.
Oh, I need a dry eraser.
Oh.
You guys,
That was right here.
you guys get all your gear together. Nothing seems to be amiss. Your alarm spell never went off. I would just like, as you guys are getting your wagons out, you're going to still do the same marching order?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get some food too.
All right. I'd like.
Is it possible to leave the tent up on the wagon?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you can move the cask, and then you can actually have a roof to
That's
the
a
tent.
good
You'd have to
idea.
stretch it a bit, but yeah, it wouldn't really break unless you guys hit some rough terrain or something. It might stretch it a little too much. But
Good idea, Rakell. Maybe
Good. We're gonna leave it like that.
all right, so you
Get
guys
some
reset
shut
up. You guys now have a canopy
And then
for
we're
your
Why
wagon.
don't we make it permanent when we get to Australian travel?
That's what I've been saying. A traveling tavern.
You can only have like one customer in there.
One is all we need.
What, you're just sit there serving yourself all day, Rakell.
No, we bring them in and we rob them.
Seems like a terrible.
I'd like you to roll a survival check.
It gives him the old Cardi B.
Oh god.
20, not nat.
Cardi B.
The trails that you've seen previously that led you to this little campsite and over, there's now new tracks to the trail, fresh.
Like into our campsite.
No, it didn't come into your campsite.
Okay.
Just along the pathway that you guys
Cart.
went. You stopped, and it continued going the direction.
Cart?
No cart. 2 big, massive footprints.
Didn't it set off the alarm?
Wait, what?
It didn't come into the thing.
Oh,
it just kept
okay.
walking along the
Right.
path you were at. So as you guys got back to continue on the path, you look down and you see that there's a new pair of tracks.
Did anyone hear anything last night? Because on my watch there was nothing at all. Zilch.
Were you even there for
I did hear a bit of.
You were sleeping, Duck. You did. You have no idea what
I think we
happened.
woke up at the same time.
I watched you wake up.
Anybody? There was nothing on mine. I even checked. Nobody hit my alarm. I wasn't notified.
Oh, I didn't know there was no light. I couldn't see anything.
I'm just gonna stare at you with like a. You knew what happens that night.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna be like,
you have nightmares.
I'm gonna
I
have
know, but, like, I'm still aware.
I'm gonna have like a eureka moment and
An
run to my
epiphany?
gourd. Yeah,
Yeah.
like oh, and then inspect the bottom of
All right,
the
so
thing.
the bottom of the gourd spins.
Whoa.
That's it.
No, just twist.
Ooh.
Okay.
You want to keep twisting?
Yeah.
Keep twisting, keep twisting,
Whoa, whoa.
twisting. Comes out. You realize that's why your gourd, well, because you drink a lot, obviously, but that's why the gourd doesn't fill up so much, is that there is 2 little needles. It's all velvet inside with these little cutout little places for things to sit. There's 2 fine little pin needles, and then there's a vial of something that is sitting in there.
What did you find in there, Rakell? What the?
As you kind of slish the vial along, it looks like ink.
Do I have the slightest fucking clue?
Roll a roll a history check with advantage.
I'm gonna help him with it as well.
He's got it.
No.
If
History?
you see him history or
I just want to.
6.
history or investigation.
I just want to
6.
see him like struggling.
So you see him look at this vial here. And
Well,
sorry,
if he's-
in
if
the
he's-
velvet, there is like it is embroidered with like very monkish tradition kind of symbols and of like little fists as well as like flames and whatnot, and like little animals going around the circle of it. Sorry.
My assistant?
Yeah. History. Don't know what it is.
I can
just
look it
open
up and smell it.
Oh, smell it? Oh yeah. Well, sorry, I wasn't investigating. Sorry, I should have said. But yeah, you'd smell it.
Yeah.
It smells like ink, like you've seen
I
photographers.
I know it's ink.
Yeah.
What is it?
Ink?
Maybe for writing notes?
Oh.
Any drawings?
I can't draw.
The 2 needles itself that sit with it look like not writing utensils, but they.
I have an idea. I think I read something in a book once upon a time. I think that's for tattooing.
What he says makes sense. Rings me.
Yeah, usually monks have tattoos. Why don't you have any?
I can't get a tattoo.
I can give you a sick tattoo on your back.
Of what?
Are we moving
Of the
already?
cast.
I'm assuming so.
The
Because
cast.
Graff would have been real pissed if we were just sitting
I
there.
don't.
Yeah, no, you
believe
guys have looked at this. He pointed out new tracks, and then you were about to say something, and then
still on the
all of a
back of the
sudden
horse.
it was like Christmas morning. He's like, "What the hell's this?" And then everyone got sidetracked.
Sorry,
Yeah,
did
we
anyone
need to
hear
get
anything last night?
We need. Oh, I told you I couldn't see.
I'm gonna not mind any of this. Just keep my eyes
Okay.
straight ahead. 'Cause I know
All right.
no one's paid
I
attention.
sidetracked us just completely.
Graff, you're not talking to me.
I'm keeping watch.
All right, the pathway you guys are on, still keeping close to the one mountain, but the pathway itself starts widening, even with a large, drop off to the side, which started off at about 90 feet. As you keep going higher and higher, it's you okay, Billy? Sorry, our familiar's having troubles. You keep ascending and ascending, and now it's like you're looking down, and it is like past 100 feet. You're almost getting to the point as you get so high up that your bottom's becoming very hard to determine. But the mountain range itself is starting to open up, so there is more sun kind of coming in there now. Then you get up to a cliff side. As you wander out, it is just a straight cliff. There is a pathway down this way, but from the cliff to the other side, there is this rope wooden bridge that slides along. Looks wide enough for horses and maybe a wagon, but you can just see it creak in the wind.
Is that where the wagon tracks go?
Nice.
What's the map say, Kaine? Are we still in the right direction? I really hope not.
No rope bridge on the map.
Oh god, these cartographers, I tell you.
It looks like
Half of them were blind.
How do you?
no, they. It looks like the other footprints kind of go this way and end at the bridge. The wagon itself looks like it veers downwards.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm gonna follow the tracks with
What tracks?
the cart.
Oh,
Goes
the cart
veers
track.
down.
Yeah.
We're not going across the bridge.
I'm so happy about that decision.
From an engineering standpoint, would I be able to tell how sturdy that bridge is? Or...
Well, judging by the creaks,
Roll an investigation check.
it's too creaky for me. Too creaky.
17.
With the panels that you see, and they do in fact go all the way across. The ropes themselves look to be reinforced, tied with these very intricate knots. Or whatever. Thank you. I love it. Sorry,
Sounds like
we have
Rakell
science
snoring.
get working there. Yeah.
I might be.
Your best get. Yeah, this looks like it can support something heavy as long as it doesn't stay stationary too long. As long as you keep moving. 17. Yeah, you'd think that as long as you guys all kind of went one at a time across the bridge, you'd make it. And sorry, the bridge itself travels on for about 120 feet or so.
Holy fuck!
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Hey.
How far down is
I
it?
don't know if you know this.
Hundreds
Zukk
of
don't
feet.
swim.
Oh yeah, you're hundreds of feet down.
I
Oh.
mean, heights over like 15 feet.
Fuck no.
I'll test it. No.
I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna suggest that the tracks still lead down the mountain. Let's follow those. The giant tracks go down the mountain too.
Yep.
Just something up to you guys. Did you tell us about those tracks?
He didn't.
I asked. No one.
He asked if anybody heard
I didn't
anything.
hear nothing.
No,
Why?
he didn't. Neither did Graff.
Let's continue.
All right.
Oh, you
So
fucking love it.
you guys turn down and start going down this windy path. The pathway itself starts to narrow. You still see your tracks on it, but you guys now have to kind of go single file with it. No, with the wagon being the size it is, you guys would make it down it. When Gemin and Kaine taking up the rear, Mule kind of sticking back.
Hey, since it's so tight in here, maybe someone walk up front just in case. I don't want our horses taking the brunt of something.
All
coming
you're
from-
behind, right?
All Kaine sees is my head pop out of like the tent.
Sorry,
up-
I
you up,
actually
Rakell?
envisioned it.
Maybe if you
But I
just
just hop out and like head to the front and
Okay.
go walk. I'll leave Zukk in the wagon.
Okay.
I guess I could.
I'm happy.
All right.
man.
I'll
Oh.
jump up with Graff. Oof, I'm not really liking this.
Okay.
Oh, poor King's all alone back there now.
It starts to get steep.
Oh god.
Yeah.
How's the wagon handle?
Just do an animal handling check for me, Graff.
give me one rain if you need to, buddy.
That's a
I
terrible
love that. That was
idea.
good.
That's a
I want that on a
You
shirt.
pull one, I'll do the other.
17.
17. Surprisingly enough, to all you guys, Graff must have some talent with the horses as
I
he's
wonder
able to
if you
pull them
know
back enough to
Graff
slow
has
them
been
down without the
thinking
wagon
of
ramming into the back of them. It starts going steep and then very sharp turns, but you guys are making it down this. As you're seeing the bridge kind of go across, maybe in the back of your mind, it's like, well, maybe I'd go across. Because as you get down, you realize that across this other ravine, it goes back up. This time, though, however, there is a water going across, and you guys can start hearing the waterfall kind of coming out from behind a mountain ridge.
How full is the cask right now?
Not too bad, because he's been the only one hammering away at it from what I've gathered.
Yeah, like
so
2/3.
You have to let me know. Yeah, there's only about, what, a quarter of it fell out first
Yeah.
from the unplugged.
Apparently.
So, yeah, about a third.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. So as you guys are getting further down, there is a little running of water, and you can start hearing the waterfall just with the way the stonework or the natural formation of it almost like hid the audio of the waterfall. But as you're getting down lower to it, you can start hearing it. It's not a large waterfall coming off the top of a mountain range, but it just
going to.
in the middle. Still see your tracks, but now it kind of breaks out, and there is a pathway going to your west now that goes underneath the bridge, and it goes forever that way. And then there is the path kind of going up this way. Sorry, a path up in front of you that zigzags back up, so you come on the other end of the bridge.
Giant's tracks lead.
Across the waterways. So it hits the water, and then you don't know where it goes.
There's nothing on. How wide's this water stream?
Oh, the water stream is about 15 feet.
So on the other side of the water stream is there fuck all?
Is there any fish going
Grab
through
a
the
roll a
water?
survival check for me again. Because there is a break in it.
15.
15.
Rolls are carrying.
As you look around, you do see the giant tracks continue on the other side, but you don't see the wagon tracks anymore.
And just to clarify, the Giant's tracks are leading off.
Yeah, they go
all-
straight on this pathway, and then they go. No, sorry. Yeah, they veer off.
Not up to the other side of the.
No, they veer along the waterfall, then disappear, and then as you look onto the other side of the this small stream, I'd say, because it's you can see the stones in it. It's very clear water going across. There does seem to be some flipping. It looks like it is deeper near the waterfall itself, but that is still about 20 feet that way. You're in front. It's 15-foot stream, pretty much going through. Looks shallow. The wagon tracks that go across here don't seem to be showing up on the other side. The giant footprints go along the stream for a bit and then vanish, and then you can see them on the other side.
Okay.
And they seem to go back up the mountain range.
On the other side of the.
Yes, sorry, on the other side of the river.
What are you thinking here, Kaine?
I'm gonna refer to the map.
Yeah.
What's it say?
1 second. Just gather.
Oh no, you gotta flip it.
I'm gonna lead the party not back up the side of the mountain.
Okay.
On this west trail.
Okay. By looking at the map, it does look like it has a pathway that kind of, it shows like this little drawing of a bridge, and you're kind of like, oh shit, there it is. Does show that the tracks go around this way, but it looks like this path that you're taking, there's a drawing of a waterfall. The path this way, it does look like it wraps back around. So it looks like it joins back up with the original path that goes up there.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like this just might be a detour.
Right, we're gonna take that detour.
Okay.
People that don't like heights.
Yeah, sorry.
Like it.
Yeah. It looks, from what you gather of how many dots in the line, it looks like this one's just a longer
1, 2,
route.
3, 4, 6, 7, 19, 36. Okay, we're gonna go this way.
So we gotta go through the water.
Yeah, you guys are going to go along
Yeah,
the water
across
path,
the-
not
across
through the
the-
waterfall.
No, yeah.
You're not going up the side of the mountain. You're
No.
just going along the river stream away from the waterfall.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's how the path looks.
Mm-hmm.
As you go around, very open. You've passed the bridge now above you.
Before
This
we
is
start trekking and let the horse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The
perfect.
horse rest for a couple seconds.
Good call.
I would have walked
Do ace.
back around the wagon
Okay.
and just dove right back in.
Oh, into the water. Oh, in the way.
Back in the wagon.
Back into sleep.
It's not the wagon anymore. It's the canteen.
The canteen.
The
He says.
canteen.
All right.
Back in the canteen.
Bring ace over. Give him some
Rakell's
water.
canteen.
So, as you guys start traveling down the streamway,
No, I'm gonna be riding on ace this time.
you're on the mule.
Yeah.
Is the mule still attached to the canteen?
No, mule is not attached. I unattached him to get water, and then.
Okay. So all the horses have had things, so you guys get to save a ration for the next day, pretty
He's
much.
in front of me, and
You guys,
Wait.
Ridge is in front of me.
I'm
with
behind,
your
I'm
adventuring
back.
packs and whatnot, you do have like water skins, so you can
Right.
fill them up here
Yeah.
too as well. That's kind of how your rations are, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at the very rear of this.
Okay, very rear of the group. Who's in the front?
Gruff.
God, one.
Graff. All right,
Well,
roll a perception check for me, Graff.
Oh, you're in the.
I'm in the wagon.
Yeah.
I'm in the canteen. Sorry.
I'm an ace now. 19.
You hear as you're like, what the fuck? And you look up, and the bridge is broken from one side, and is now slapping across the other one.
Jesus Christ.
And you start hearing two familiar voices again coming from the same thing up on the mountain.
I can hear their.
And yeah, and as you look up, you can kind of see this large figure standing there. With how the sky is, you can't really make out what he looks like, but he's just very tall, like very tall, like mini giant sort of ways.
Yeah.
And he is starting to like disappear as he's starting to come down the other side of that mountain ridge that you guys would have went up.
Oh, okay. So he's not coming on like the same way we're going up.
No, you guys are not going up right now. You're going along the stream, but if you guys would have continued up, you would have met this guy coming down,
Okay.
and he looks to be moving quite quickly.
This is why I don't like bridges.
He's looking angry.
I guess we would have seen this too behind you.
Yeah,
Oh, as soon as,
as soon as the
Yeah,
bridge
but-
hits and taps, he's just first up and kind of looks.
Did it look like they were looking down at us?
Did they see it?
The bridge caught your attention. What did you roll again for your perception?
19.
19. Yeah.
19. The bridge snapped, and then yes, whatever this figure was, it almost looks like you can't really make out if it was two of them looking down, and then all of a sudden they went back around the corner. But all you can see now is one large figure coming down.
So they're coming towards us, like down.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So you're on
where
the.
we're going?
Behind us.
It's hard
Oh,
to-
they're coming
hard to
down
ex-
behind
Yeah,
us.
so
Yeah,
we're-
sorry, I'd
we're
have
in
to
the-
draw it.
We're in the valley,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So we came down this side of the mountain.
Yeah.
The bridge went across,
Yeah.
and then there's a stream.
Mhm.
We're going out this way,
Mhm.
and then there's another trail that comes down
And
over
they're
here.
coming. He's coming down. That
Yes,
Yeah.
he's coming down
So
here.
He's
We're
coming down.
heading
If you guys
away.
would have went up across the
Yeah.
stream and went up that mountain, you would have been coming down where this
Yeah.
guy.
But
Or you
we're-
would have been going up as he's coming down.
We're still heading away from him, but
Yeah.
it looks like he's coming down to get it.
Yeah.
And as you guys keep going, well, seeing this here, the speed of this figure picks up. And
Ace, we should get out of here.
as your mule's like going, you can like feel the ground like
What's
Is
this?
this-
What's the terrain look like around us?
terrain. It's the stream itself.
Is there any like
There's
cubbies or anything?
some, yeah. Actually, well, roll a perception check for me.
13.
13. Up ahead, it looks. There is a boulder that's kind of out of place, and then there's this opening cave area that's going in, with some shrubs kind of around. It looks like the shrubs have been moved at one point. But there's that area up ahead. And as for terrain, it looks like the stream keeps going on for quite a distance. And then you can start seeing 3 different pathways in the mountain ways itself, at the other end of this ravine that stretches for about 200 feet.
Kaine, which way are we supposed to go?
And it splits into a 3-way, and from the map itself, it looks like you'd want to take the far right-handed one. Yeah.
Does this guy look hostile? Like he looks like he's coming at us, like he's like, or is
He's fast,
He's fast.
and you just heard 2 different voices speak out from on top, and then all of a sudden now this big figure's coming down.
So did I hear those? Like I could hear clearly, like words.
You
and
can
stuff
hear
like that?
2 different dialects going on.
Okay. Could I tell what language it is at all, or?
Yeah, I'd say probably in your travels, you'd know that the one that's more of like more hostile sounding, aggravated, sounded like orc, and then the other voice that was loud and booming is more giant.
I don't think that guy's looking like he wants a glass of ale.
I suggest we.
The canteen almost had its first customer.
Hey Rakell, you want to take the reins?
First and maybe last.
I'll just crawl out from under the tent.
Yeah.
And just kind of like.
Yeah, I'll hand them over to you, and I'm setting up my crossbow.
Before you do, I
Alright.
just kind of reach back in.
Yeah.
He's gaining on us. So
Yeah, he's striding quite quickly. Even at this point, as you look back, it looks like he jumped off the ridge that kind of zigs. It looks like he's landed now on the main ground, and you can see this large. I think it's large. I love using the word large.
gigantic.
No, it's large. No, because there's a difference between large and gigantic. I have to make sure.
I suggest to the party that we sneak in between these brushes into this cave to hide.
This thing very clearly sees us, right?
Yep.
Yeah, like it's.
And now you kind of look and you see it, and you're like, "What the fuck?" As you see a large grayish skin, very almost grayish black, as it's just dirt has been like embedded into his skin, different rawhides hanging from his midriff, shaggy all hair, and with this blue war paint kind of on one side, and then his second head that comes out of his shoulder has this red paint on him with other shaggy dreadlocked hair with like bones necklace on each of them, and just big jaws with big tusks coming out of it. So this is one humanoid with 2 heads that is staring at you guys. And it's like,
This thing doesn't look like it's gonna have a
but
conversation.
as Kaine's saying, like to the bushes, it's like both of them are kind of communicating with each other, and you can hear the one talk in that deep kind of voice, and then the other one speaks back to it in orc, and they're kind of looking at each other. You have just enough time to maybe make it to these bushes if you guys all want to roll a stealth check for me.
Are they big enough to fit in this area? Or is it
Into the cave area?
Yeah.
If they bent down, yeah.
Yeah,
In
perfect.
terms of human,
Yeah.
how much taller or how much bigger?
How many Zukks?
They're probably about probably 8 to 10 feet.
Yeah.
Large.
So they probably could fit in then.
Yeah, but they'd have to scrouch
Okay.
down to get in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
suggest. I don't know, is everyone following?
Yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing, Kaine?
We're gonna go in these bushes into this cave.
Hard right. Hard ace.
So we're doing stealth
Nat
checks.
20.
I got a.
That sucks for me. I gotta do stealth.
Oh, 19.
Yes, oh, for me?
Yeah.
Stealth?
8.
Yeah,
Actually, it'd
yeah.
be 23.
8. All right.
23, but not 20.
23 with 2 successes, 2 fails.
I have to do
Roll a
this.
stealth check for Tim for me, please. Just kidding. As you guys make your way into the bushes, into this area with this large boulder kind of pushed in, as you guys get in,
Little timber.
He does 4 stuff.
we're going to take a break there and see what happens when we come back.
Are we going through? Like, I'll get you after.
No, ask me.
No, are we going through like a mountain, like in the
This is
ravine
a
now?
ravine, mountain
Yeah.
past mountains on both sides, where that bridge kind of went through. Just up ahead, there just seems to be like a little nook that Kaine has found, but about 200 to
Like in
250
the rock
feet
face,
further. Yeah,
like jagged, like raw.
yeah.
like,
There's
kinda
giant. There looks like there's like little
Northern
natural
Ontario
ledges.
driving.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
much.
that's
Like
okay,
think
yeah.
the edges of Devil's Rock. Kind
Okay,
of
yeah,
style.
okay.
Yeah, things like that.
We're good. We're fine.
All right, cool. Go
This
refill your
fucker's
drinks.
dead.
Take a bathroom break. We'll be
Same.
back in about 15 minutes.
Be right back.
welcome back, patrons and adventurers and fellow bards. Sure. Welcome back to the Othermerweizen Tavern. I am using Sirenscape for our sound tonight. So our adventurers are traveling the mountain range, and they've just found some wildlife that seems to know where they're. Everything okay there? Again,
Graff, what is that thing behind us? Can you make it out?
What are we? Sorry, I was checking.
sorry again, no monitor.
you're
Soon we'll have one, I
right?
promise.
I'm sitting there in the back of the cart. He's driving the cart.
So you guys have gone in. It's dark in here. The entrance itself, like I said, it's the entrance is only about 7 feet tall, about 10 feet wide. You guys have gone in. You've gone around. There's no more daylight to help you. Just on the entrance of this cave. Cave looks like it goes in deep. So there's a weird smell in the air. But yeah, you guys are all sitting there panicking.
We just
smell
we
it?
just went in enough so that we're out of sight.
I don't know if you guys want to keep it. This pathway goes through and it kind of widens out now, and it actually widens. The height too goes in. You're now looking at about a 20-foot.
Well, I'm in front. How
okay, yeah.
far do I see? Like,
Just with a little bit of light, it is dark in here now.
Turn in there.
Oh, okay. Well, it's freaking out driving right now.
Oh, just give me a minute.
that was
Eyes
a
are
dumb
adjusting.
idea.
It is dark.
Eyes are adjusting.
Yeah, your eyes are
Give me a
adjusting.
minute.
Gives you a second. Your visions go from the bright colors of the sky to whites and grays. You look in, and it looks like the tunnel itself widens out and then kind of veers downwards.
Downward.
Yeah.
That's it.
About
There's
15 feet.
No, under no other like crevices or anything. It's just over there.
Trevor, roll a perception check.
I can't see shit.
I'm looking behind us right now, watching the opening.
6.
6. No, it just looks like at about 15 feet in front of you, it kind of veers off. It just turns left on
Looks
a
like we could take
decline.
refuge behind the wall about 15 feet in front of us. It just curves around. I don't know what's down there though.
We don't need to go very far.
Let's just go in far enough that we're out of sight.
Goes in, and also you kind of veer around the corner with Zukk kind of seeing. Now you can see it kind of goes down on a ramp and then opens up to a large, looks like a cavern. Not there's some stalagmites hanging from the ceiling as well as going up from the ground to the ceiling. Pillars there.
Preemptive check. I guess just coming through and where that opening is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up. Is there any like stalagmites right above?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I want to know.
Okay.
So I guess we'll just.
And it is dark in here. None of you guys can
Yeah.
see.
Teach
Unless,
little Tim to chew through us.
Well, I'm just facing the entrance when
Yeah.
I get in.
Let's just wait here for a
and
moment.
then wait around kind of whatever.
Okay.
The first
Yeah.
bend is he's talking about.
Yeah.
okay.
I'll keep an eye out behind us. Like you guys watch the door. I'll just.
Keep looking
We're just
ahead.
waiting to see what
You know,
happens.
you guys are.
We're
Yeah.
watching the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're watching
yeah.
the entrance. You're watching the inside of this cave. As you start looking around, Zukk, you can start seeing that this place might house something. There are some bones laying on the ground.
Doesn't it smells?
Yeah,
It smells like rotting carcasses.
yeah.
It's not fun to stay here too long.
No,
Okay.
we're just.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna get off of Ace
Yeah.
and just kind of like, not mosey on in, but like just take like a step or two in and kind of just keep looking around. Guys, I don't really like the feel of this place. I'm gonna say over my badge. It might be like a bear or something in here, but I think we'll take our chances.
Let's just stay where we are for now. Wait to see where the.
Hey, is someone there? Is there someone there?
Guys, there's a person here. Guys, there's a person here. Guys, there's a person here. Holy fuck!
We can hear him.
Yeah, you guys all hear this.
Do I shoot him?
Do you see him?
Roll a perception check.
7.
It sounds like it's coming from the right wall in this cavern
Okay,
that
so
you're
it's
in.
coming from in. So from
This-
behind.
yeah. It's underground cave, sort of. Yeah, it just looks like it's coming from the right-hand side out of the wall itself.
Is there anything?
There's
perhaps-
boulders and stuff
Yeah,
laying
I was
around. There
gonna,
does
like-
look to be some hides stretched out. There is a area that looks at one part may have had a fire, and there's as well as like a spigot to cook and spin stuff.
Okay. I'm just gonna hide behind a rock.
Okay, the big boulders that you see off to the right, where the voice was coming from, you think?
No. Oh,
Oh.
that's where the. Oh
Yeah.
no. I'm
Okay.
just gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
And
All right. What are the rest of you guys
Take
doing?
my crossbow out.
I'm holding my position. I
All
can't
right.
say fuck all. So I
I'm
have
just
no
in the.
idea.
I crawled back into the canteen.
Well, you guys can see out the door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can see the light.
The light from there.
I
Yeah.
was just
And at that moment, as you guys are staring, the light gets a little dimmer as this big figure starts hand in the one wall, hand in the other. And then it starts coming into the tunnel and is now standing there with the sun shining back, and all you see is a silhouette of this large individual with two heads staring at you.
I would have telepathically got Jane to do comprehend language as that thing was coming in.
Okay,
As soon as I started speaking.
comprehend language on which one of the languages? Can blow both charges and hear both of them if you want.
I'll just do one. I'll do the giant.
The giant?
Yeah.
You hear him be like, you hear the giant voice being like, sorry, I still want goat. I don't want to eat any more human flesh. I'm so sick of it. And then you hear the other one snap back. What's that? What's that? What the? No. All right, I'll let you have it this time, but next day we eat goat.
Are they still? He's still coming towards us.
Still coming towards, and then you hear, "There's your meal right in front of you," as it can see you guys.
I instinctively. I'd be the first line of defense actually, because that'd
Guess
be.
so.
I was gonna
Yeah.
speak back, but
Okay.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I'm gonna be like, goat sounds like a pretty good idea, and giant. Could Jane tell me how to say that? Is that
It's not tongues. It just you can understand
okay,
it. You
so I
can't
don't
speak
know.
it. But as you say it out loud,
Pretend it.
I'll
it's
just
like,
say, I just say that.
Just pretend.
Out loud.
your meal sounds like it wants goat too. Don't eat him. And then you're okay, you get today, I get tomorrow.
I instinctively yell, "Spread out," and transform into werewolf.
Okay, before you do that, well, I guess I'll let you do that.
Spread out.
spread out. Holy fuck.
While you're transforming into a werewolf, can I light a torch and throw it at his feet just so it's just like a show
Oh,
of
okay,
just like
for sure,
yeah,
for
that way.
sure.
Yeah.
As I pop my head out.
It's
so cool every time.
Oh no, am I gonna do classic Zukk things?
Probably.
Combat. Who's behind us?
Who are
Oh,
you?
it's coming. It's coming, Kaine. Don't worry. Baby, don't hurt me. This thing don't hurt. I love how
Where's
you
the
guys,
bard to
I
charm?
love
this
how you
thing?
guys didn't even ask what it was yet.
What was?
It's big and it wants to fucking eat us. I'm
It
gonna
has two heads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill it! And then I'm taking one of its heads.
Its heads is like bigger than you.
Perfect. It'll be a helmet.
A full body. I'll just make a
You could
chest
probably make
piece.
Make a Graff
armor
suit.
out of it.
I'll make a chest piece out of it.
No, make a Graff suit out of the head.
Shit.
Alright, we just killed the head that wants to eat human, not the one that wants to eat goat.
That's right.
Yeah. We befriend one of them. And we try and confuse it.
You
Fight the other
befriended
one.
a pig named Cletus. The goat is tough.
We tell him we have a
Comes to you.
stockpile of goats back at our camp.
If you
Yes.
can only speak giant.
I could yell. Damn it! What do I speak? Fuck. Definitely don't speak.
Common and Elvish, that's all I speak.
I'm pretty sure I speak no human and no mish. That's it.
It's not even human, it's common.
I speak human.
Raquel knows half common.
I speak French.
Wait, what?
He knows half of the common language.
He's just
Is that what
speaks
you
in
actually wrote
slang at
down?
all times.
I
So,
wish.
Kaine's here,
Am I allowed to do
two.
something real quick before we get into battle?
if you
That's the
like.
DM.
Where did you want to be, Rakell? Were you up front too?
I was in the wagon.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even bring
Popped
my
his head out
wagon.
of the canteen.
Yep. The canteen, having a drink. Because I still can't see. Well,
No,
I'll
it's
be able
not
to
light
see
torch.
as Graff lights a torch.
Yeah, wagon's a little bit bigger than this. Wagon's
Oh.
there.
Oh, there's Zukk. He's already on his way out.
Yeah, he's
So
fucking
there's
off.
horsey one. Didn't bring my horses.
I'm just gonna kick the wagon.
I already know what you.
distraction.
You're gonna like try and shoot a stalagmite. It's gonna fall on my face and kill me.
Could be a last. No, I just want to yell over to where those. I guess not yell. Maybe just kind of be like behind me, like
Over
friend or
here.
foe.
Over here is where you heard kind of the voices in that area.
Wait, where's the guard? Never mind.
You're yelling friend or foe to.
Those rocks that were speaking to us.
Oh.
The guy who's in the cavern. Friend or foe? Do you know a way out of here? That's not in front of me. Preferably.
We make a door.
You punch our way out of the mountain.
Give me 6 days.
All right, we'll keep him busy. Team, we gotta sleep. We gotta reset our spells. Tap it out.
You guys are sleeping on here in the background. It's actually soothing after a while.
All right. I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
You can't see by the end of your thing. It's just your elbows.
Well,
You got no fist left.
Okay, we are 12 is Graff.
8 is
7 for Rakell.
Ooh, back. 13. 13. 13.
No, I guess it was actually a 10. Never mind. Whatever.
Is it 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good. It doesn't matter.
No, it does.
Rakell doesn't need it.
It does. Oof.
26 for the ogre.
you in here with us, friend or foe? Do you know?
See, he's not that big.
I go to his kneecaps. What do you mean?
Sorry, what am I doing?
Just turn it towards you because you can't see the creature.
A little more, a little more, a little more. Boom, right there,
Monitor's
perfect.
not working.
Booyah.
It's not on, I don't think.
All right. So,
It's just touch there. Yeah. Towards me a little bit. Oh, it's not plugged in anymore.
Oh, stroke it, Ben.
don't worry about it.
You don't need to see anyways.
You can see it. I didn't put up any of the
I
walls.
wouldn't leave them on the table. That's brave.
Why?
I don't know. I wouldn't trust these this much.
All right.
I don't weigh that much.
It's not you, it's the table.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Kaine, you're up first.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
Right now.
So you transform?
Right now.
Yeah.
Eep.
Torch down like a
Torch lights up, so then and it stretches out. You become your wolf form.
I would have my rapier and shield out, and I activate my blood right
Okay.
on my rapier.
Yep.
So I take my. Okay, the flame, the magical flame comes on my. I guess my hand. I guess is
Sure, if we want to do it that way. Or now that we're out of Aslan, you can have it if you want. You hold your weapons.
Sure, doesn't matter. Yeah.
No, it's up to you.
Yeah, hold my weapons.
Okay, good.
Rapier in hand and shield in the other, and the magic flames on my rapier. I'm
Yeah.
gonna dash towards this thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna flank it on its would be your right. Yeah.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna stab at its calf.
All right, stab away.
11.
11. Unfortunately, as you stab, it just kind of turns as your sword goes right between its legs. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
All right, Graff, you're up next. That's not the song I want.
So, just what's how are the walls? Like, would I be able to like?
The walls have a sort of a a curvature to them. But then as you get in further, it's just more just natural stone, just a wind kind of tunnel that is led into this
I'm
area.
gonna start running up the wall on the side I'm on.
Okay.
While running towards it, about probably only go 10 feet up the wall. I don't know.
This wall here is about 10 feet, so you'd be up on the ceiling by 10.
Okay, I'll go up to the ceiling and then I'll go ahead. Probably 5 feet.
Okay.
I won't go that far, like there.
Yeah.
And
There's a shot
so
glass
Use that
somewhere.
shot glass.
Oh, there it is.
yeah,
Makes it easier.
something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot at its foot, and while I'm doing that, I say "No goats here" and shoot him in the foot.
All right, take a shot.
17.
17 hits. Strikes him right in the foot.
7. That's 9 damage.
As he wheels back in pain, you hear the what foot did you shoot him in?
Whatever the foot. What I would have known. I would have known which head it was.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. So the one.
sorry.
I shot the one speaking.
The red one speaks orc. The blue one here speaks.
I would have shoot the red one.
The red
The
one.
red one in the foot.
Okay.
Now, as I shoot him, I go leave.
Roll an intimidation check on the end of that.
I was hoping that whole scenario was very intimidating. Intimidation. Ooh, 9.
9.
Even with all that going on, would I get advantage?
Not at this moment here.
No, because you hear Rakell.
You can both
bang
see
on
the
your
heads
goat
both turn and
around
they
the
both like
corner.
look at each other and like nod more. And then you can see in his one hand he is holding what is a makeshift kind of battle axe, and then in the other hand is a big club that looks like a makeshift morning star. Yeah, and being this close is just a foul smell coming from him. He has the like never bathes, and it just the thick skin is just encrusted with a thick layer of dirt, grime, and just stinking hides all over the place. All right, Rakell. Or sorry, is that everything, Graff?
Yeah, it's
All right, Rakell, you're up.
Yeah.
I think I can make it right beside him.
What's your movement?
40.
We can do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, you can be right up in front of him.
Alright, gonna run up to him. Would a goat do this? And then I'm gonna headbutt him in the leg.
Okay, do it up.
Legs.
No.
What'd you get?
A 2, so.
Oh, no, you just headbutt, come off his thick legs and just move. All right, Zukk, you're up. Is there anything else you're going to do, sir? No?
No.
Okay.
I guess maybe I'll, maybe that was a good idea and then just go for an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, there we go. 18.
18 definitely hits.
That is 4 points of damage.
Awesome. So as you hit him, you just, and you just see him like pull back his leg a bit, but still ready to go. All right, Zukk, you're up.
You, behind the rocks over there. Who are you? I'm just gonna yell in that direction from where I heard the talking earlier.
My name is Tango, and I'm an ally. If you get me out of here.
Do you know a way out of here besides the entrance?
I'm sure if you get me out of here and I can get to my things, I will gladly help you.
What are you in?
I
can't really see.
As you can
I don't
see,
wanna go
your
around
your
the rocks.
vision kind of looks, and you can look at all that he's in is like boulders pushed up and like enclosed, and you can see like him kind of peeking out, and it seems to be like a makeshift kind of cage, well, cell that he's in.
Cannot move boulders, friend.
Well, tie your horses to this or something. Just pull it out of here.
Oh, this light bulb goes off. Guys, I found somebody. We should help him. He might be able to help us.
We're a little busy, Zukk.
As per usual, you're doing nothing.
I'm gonna.
And no, there's no fish around or anything like that.
Take one step closer and I will bite you.
One second, Tango. I'm gonna jump up in the carriage and take my crossbow and take a shot at the right side of the body.
You cannot see him from there at the wagon.
One more second. There we go. I'm gonna go around the corner.
Okay.
Can I get there?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15. Here you can see him, and yeah, he's about 40 feet away, so you can hit him with your ranged weapon if you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll an attack.
11.
Arrow just ting off the wall.
Add your attack bonus. Your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity bonus.
He's not used to attacking people. Though. He can-
Is he I don't think he's proficient with his craft.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am 0.
Oh, you're their dex, that's right. Yeah.
So what is it? 11?
13.
13 hits. Arrow strikes in. Screams. Roll your damage. Not a d20 though.
20 damage.
6 points of damage. As he screams, and you can see actually blood protruding from his leg now that you've hit him. Or wait, you wanted to hit him in his body, right? Sorry.
Yeah, I want to hit him on the right side.
Okay. Yeah, pierced him. Pierced his thick hide. And... Is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, both heads stare over at this wolf standing beside him, and he swings with one arm with the big battle axe, and strikes down for a 19 to hit.
Yep.
All right. I'm just gonna do. That is going to be a total of 16 points of slashing damage. Halved. All right. Then he brings up the Morning Star and gonna swing down at you there too. That is a 21 to hit.
Unconscious.
And that is only going to be 15 points of piercing damage. Halved.
15 points.
So wait, what?
15 total.
He just did 2 attacks
Oh,
at
it's
you.
15 total?
8
Yeah.
and 7.
Right.
87.
Never mind. Still up, but barely.
Okay.
13 damage.
Yeah. So he just did his 2 attacks. He's not going to move away from you, but he's going to move up a bit to get closer to the spider on the wall. As he sees you. All right, Kaine, you're up again.
Gonna like.
Yeah, you just got to
Actually, I have to make a.
Do you make
Constitution.
Yes, you do. Thank you.
Do you
Forgot
make
about
those
this.
dog noises when you get it?
I fail.
You fail. All
I
right.
attack the closest thing to me.
What's this here?
Yeah, which is him at the moment. Yeah. So we're okay.
Will we notice Kaine doing this?
19.
Will we see it?
Looks very familiar as you just see him kind of enraged and his eyes start turning to like a bloodshot red and you can see more saliva coming through his neck and he gets more feral than anything.
We got wild Kaine again.
Stay away.
I just like a look between.
So
the
yeah,
legs,
19 hits.
Yeah.
Roll your damage.
7 points of piercing, 3 points of magical. So
10 total. All right, so you hit him and he just stumbles back a bit as both voices in sync pretty much just scream in agony as you've hit him. Now, do you roll it at the end of your turn, eh? To see if you regain control?
just at the end of my turn, I regain control if I don't take
Okay, yeah, awesome. All right. Okay, we are at Graff. And then Rakell, you're up after.
So, what kind of distance am I from? Like, what's that work?
He wanted to stay within. Sorry, I
10
wanted to
feet
move
out.
him there. So if he stays there, he's still within range. So he's only there's a 5-foot space
So
in
he's
between
in
you.
melee. So,
Like
I can
yeah.
melee attack him.
Or sorry, you're still one space out from 5 feet, so you'd have to move into melee attack him.
Okay. Would I just by judging this creature, would it be able to hit me from where I am? Like, am I in melee with it? Like,
No.
No.
It looks close though.
yeah, it's close. I'm gonna get up to his head and put my gauntlet onto that one's face and shock and grasp its head.
Okay. So you move up one space. Good go. You're now within him. Go ahead, make your attack.
Oh, it's just 18.
18
Oh,
hits.
no, it's melee. So 20.
20 it hits. Roll your damage.
That's 5 points of damage and No reaction.
No reaction. All right.
And then I'm gonna book it as far away from.
Okay.
that.
So 5,
Whatever's left
10,
on the wall, the
15,
ceiling.
20, 25. So you moved up 5 feet to get into him. 5
Yeah.
feet, you have 30 feet.
Yeah, 30.
So we're good right there then. Okay. Rakell.
So seeing that he just got shocked, I'm gonna try and climb up his arm.
Okay.
Yeah. And can I just like be a nuisance and just like cover his eyes?
All right,
Just,
yeah,
like,
so
wrap
you'd
around his
assist.
head.
All right, so the next person who attacks him,
Yeah.
just roll a.
You know, like fucking
kinda-
Frodo in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, no, I know what you're going for. Just roll a athletics check for me.
Start poking them.
So is my strength still sapped from my little adventure with the ghost?
No. That's all.
Okay.
It's all been replenished.
Oh, okay, good. It's only a 1 instead of a 0 then.
Oh, tell you what. As you try to get it with the two heads and try to mount, like they're just turning and the stink of the dreadlocks getting in your face. You just can't quite grapple them or anything like that. So, anything else you want to do?
Well, as I'm falling off, I'm gonna like try and beat
Lance.
him in the back
Yeah.
of the head.
Okay,
Yeah,
roll an
as I'm
attack then.
falling.
Yeah.
That angle looks pretty cool, actually.
That one.
What?
2 that one.
So
Every
as
time.
you
Come on, man.
sit there, I am going to. No, if you catch your balance, you're all good for right now. Yeah, we'll see. You're all
Okay.
good for now. I won't beat
For
me
now.
in every nat one. But. Okay, Zukk, you're up.
I'm gonna yell out to the ogre. Are you sure you guys don't want to get some goats? It'd be a much easier meal and you won't die that way. And then I'm gonna throw one of my poisonous gas potions at it and say, how's this for a sting?
All right. What's the range on your poisonous gas though?
Oh jeez, I need to move up 10 feet. I have 15 feet of range that I can throw it.
You have to move up.
At a point
There
within
you go.
15 feet, yeah.
Okay. You moved up a little bit closer, and he's got to make a Dex saving throw or a Constitution.
Constitution saving.
Constitution. Plus his modifier. That's a 6.
Definitely fail.
He failed.
Spell save.
Yeah, don't worry. I rolled a natural 3 plus his con, so we're good. He's all right.
So 1d4 damage, poison damage, and it becomes poison to the end of the
All right, roll your damage for him.
Poisoned and just being shocked and poisoned.
2.
Dude,
Okay.
did he start coughing or anything?
Oh yeah, they both start coughing and sneezing and having a fit. Just.
I'm smiling ear to ear because he's so pumped.
Every once in a while, he just like seizes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's just not enjoying that at all. Okay. That was Zuck's turn.
Oh, then I'm gonna yell back. How you doing back there, Tango?
Get me out of here!
Just a minute, we're working on it.
Okay, the Etten is going to continue beating the wolf that's right beside him.
The what?
The wolf.
Etten.
Oh, sorry. The mountain troll.
Yeah. Shut up.
Oof, that is
another.
I'm gonna
a.
use my
It's a jackal.
my blood curse.
Okay.
My blood maledict. Use disadvantage.
Okay, so
I
that's.
start like bleeding from one of my wolf eyes, and then like
So as he
your eyes
swings
start-
there, it looks like he's going through, and you just scream out
your
at him
eyes
and
start
throw him
bleeding
off.
a little bit.
Yeah, one of his heads, his eyes start turning. He swings and hits the ground with his one attack. And you just see rock like fly up as he hits with such ferocity. Now he's gonna swing the Morning Star at you. Cocked. And that is, you see him swing back, and he swings so hard that he came up, and he actually Morning Starred right in the side of the face.
Oh, his buddy!
Classic troll.
Goats sound pretty good, don't they?
And you just see the both heads just turn at each other, and and then you hear the giant, "That'll serve you right for always wanting these pesky humans." And that will be his turn. Kaine, go.
I'm going to flank him now. 'Cause
Yeah.
he moved up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're flanking.
Yeah.
Rakell's there.
Get right behind him though.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm gonna stab him right in the butthole. Like with my rapier,
Right up the. Okay.
right up the rectum. Right in the rectum.
Damn near killed him.
That is a 20 not nat.
Jesus.
You find the bullseye.
Colonoscopy.
Check your prostate.
Same thing as last time.
Well-
7 piercing, 3 magical.
So 10 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna wince at the sight of everything I just saw.
All right. Graff, you're up.
Your rapier off after that one.
That was everything, Kaine? Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's he looking? Like
He looks hurting. He has wounds all over him, and you just heard this weird, like, howl come simultaneously from both of them going, and they're still coughing and seizing from this this poison that's in the air for them.
And you see Kaine behind him.
You're going to have to do a strength check to pull the thing back. No, just
No
kidding.
problem. Advantage.
I'm just kidding.
just shooting him right in the head.
Okay, which one?
Advantage on rectal
The
sword
orc
removal.
one, the red
The red one? Okay.
Proficient.
Ah, yes.
Colon inspection.
20, yeah, it is.
3 damage.
3 points of damage.
It's a grazing shot.
Howls as you now see this new scar or new wound on his face and the blood trickling down his chin.
That's what I say. Goat sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
All right, Rakell.
I kind of walk over to inspect what Kaine did to knack that.
Yeah.
That seems effective. I'm just gonna run up and just punch him right in the same spot.
All right. Butt punch, sure.
Hope he doesn't clench.
That's a 18 to hit.
18. You hit the right between the cheeks. The vertical smile.
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Again. Oh! You see both hands coming behind him trying to hold.
Genius, Kaine! Genius! And I'm now gonna use a flurry of blow.
All right, spend the key. As you warmed up the one, and now you're gonna just.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
21 to hit.
All right, so both of them just as you're hitting the foul smell when you retract your fist and you keep hitting.
And another 12 points of damage.
I gotta think of a title related to this.
Oh, all right,
Colonoscopy.
Zuck. Sorry, is that it? Yeah. All right, Zuck.
Just smirk at Kaine like.
You guys have the most gross way of fighting. Just shoot him with my crossbow.
All right, fire away.
So uncivilized. Such an abstract way of fighting.
Dead is dead.
Hey, man.
11.
11. Unfortunately, firing into shoots right between the both
Can't even
heads.
reach the booty hole to help you guys.
No. All right, is that everything, Zuck, or is there anything else you're doing?
I couldn't even hit the dingleberries. No, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna take a step back, actually.
Okay.
Step back.
All right. Kaine and Rakell,
Come opportunity.
you guys both get an attack of opportunity on me.
Love the way you.
Ah!
Fucking bullshit.
So as you guys are all excited to try and rear end him as he turns, whoa, whoa, and he just starts picking up pace and he starts bucking her out of his home. And starts
Home!
running.
Our home now, bitch!
As he exits out, do you guys want to follow him or he's
I'm running.
took off and he's just veered
I'm
running?
going to see Tango.
I'm gonna run him
How
down.
far? Yeah.
How far he would have made it?
He has to crawl to get out, kinda.
Yeah, he has to duck down. It doesn't slow him down enough. Like, he just gets down and puts his hands and pulls himself out, and it looks like, well, when he goes around the corner, it looks like he went downstream further.
He's just gone.
You come back here, and I'm
You-
running
your
after
turn
him,
if you
yeah.
go out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on your turn as you go out, it looks like he made it. That was 5, 10. He would have dashed then, yeah. So he's made it about 60 feet out of the tunnel. So he's 60 feet up ahead of you.
Okay, I'm gonna dash 60 feet to him.
Okay, well, sorry, yes. Well,
He
yeah,
would've
5
been in
here.
one space. I actually should be able to catch him. I
Yeah,
think
you
I
can
saw.
get right up to
Yeah.
him if you want to use all your movement. You're right beside him. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, that's all you want to do. Or
I'll
count.
do the same
Opportunity
thing.
gets-
Both of you guys bail out and start chasing him down the stream. We'll say he's here. You guys are both caught up with him.
his butthole.
As he's walking, you can see like the one hand trying to hold up his britches. He's
You
screaming
forgot
in
your
agony.
goats, bitch.
All right. So, Graff, what would you like to do?
Just gonna get like.
Wait, what's your movement speed?
I'm 40.
Yeah, you'd be able to.
So you get up to him, but
You'd have to
you
dash.
I'd have to dash. Yeah.
yeah, you'd have to dash to get to him. So that's all.
Well, I
you
mean, I
turns.
I could if I wanted.
Can I get to the entrance at least to look out?
Yes.
Step of the
Attack
wind.
opportunities.
5,
if you
10,
get to
15,
attack.
20,
Step of the
25,
wind
30,
to
35.
So I'd have to dash.
Yeah, you'd have to dash to walk one step out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that just
Yeah, but
so
he
I
has
can
no
look and see
asshole,
what's
so
going
it doesn't
on.
matter.
That's right. His breeches are
You're
gold.
just gonna drop.
Yeah. Well, I'd walk down the wall.
Oh.
So that would probably.
Yeah, so you
with the
probably with the dash, yeah, you can get out. You can
Zuck's
just see
calling-
this.
Yeah, I would just want to see.
See
what's
this
going
big bloody mess, just heads waving and just screaming going back on, and you just hear the one voice, I told you goats are so much better and not a big problem. Okay. Zukk, what would you like to do?
I'm going to sit up on one of the rocks beside Tango's head.
Alright.
Assuming his arms are down at his side and they're like blocking him.
All you can see is that there's just two rocks pushed in, and there's like a big boulder in front of him, and there's two like kind of natural kind of crevices that he's like sticking his head out, and you can see that he's right enclosed in this area.
I can just safely sit up there and chat with him and he can't move.
Yeah, he's just like, what are you waiting for? Get me out of here.
My friends. They'll be back in a minute. These types of things happen all the time. So where are you from?
Okay, well, that conversation goes on. All right. The big two-headed individual stares back at you two guys chasing him. I'm just going to roll something just to see what he'd do. Yeah, he's going to turn, and he's going to swing at the wolf. As he sees you guys on him, and brings up both hands with both weapons and brings one down on Kaine first. That is a 25 to hit.
Oh, I'm unconscious for sure.
That is a 20 points of slashing damage. 10.
Yeah. Sorry, what's that?
10 points of slashing
And
damage.
what was the other attack?
He hasn't done the second attack.
Okay.
I'm just hitting you
So
with
10?
one.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious?
Yeah.
Do you want to invoke the pendant?
Well, yeah. Does it automatically invokes or?
Yeah, sorry, when you fall, it does. It just brings you alive. So you've fallen, reverted back to human form. You've opened your eyes.
So okay. Can I control when it activates? Because I would wait for the second attack.
But you're already unconscious.
Yeah, you're unconscious.
Yeah, you
He's
fall
probably gonna
unconscious, then
attack
your
you
eyes
now.
open up.
He's probably
and
gonna
then-
attack me now.
Oh no!
No, that since he saw you fall, you can see his head's now turned to Rakell. You're a dangerous game. I know what you're thinking, but it's a dangerous game what you're trying to play.
Anyways.
All right, so
I
pendant's
got 1
activated.
HP.
So you have 1 HP, no exhaustion, no death saves. You're prone,
Yes.
but you're awake and you're like you know what it is, so you just pretend
another
like.
attack of it.
So as he sees you fall there, he's like, and tries to swing at the.
Oh, he's attacking at
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, once he saw you fall, he's
Okay, perfect.
like both hands are going up, but one hits before the other because they're two separate minds. Rakell standing there, takes a swing of the gourd, and that is that is a 14 plus 7. I can't think right now. That's 21 to hit,
Yeah.
so that hits.
Yeah.
That is 15 points of piercing damage as the morning star just cracks into your shoulder blades.
better. You still alive now?
Oh yeah.
Ah, perfect. Perfect.
And he's done his attack. And now he's going to try to run again.
Attack of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity for.
Sweep the legs. Sweep the legs.
Actually, you are awake. So if you wanted to, you can do it a disadvantage attack. When you get there, Rakell?
16.
16 hits.
13.
All right. Rakell, we're going to do your damage first
6
since you're
points of
standing.
damage.
6 points of damage. Roll yours.
No. That's 6 points.
Still standing. As he runs away, just bleeding and like fumbling as he's running, and just a hurting unit.
Only 30 feet.
Only
The
40
attack.
feet.
Oh, 40. Okay. That's fine.
He's got long legs.
Yeah.
So he's made it 40 feet away from you guys.
No, he didn't.
All right.
I got a crossbow.
So you guys did your attack of opportunity. Kaine, you're up.
I'm going to pull out my crossbow.
All right. Leg on the ground
My
and you're
hand
gonna shoot.
crossbow, yeah.
Oh, on the ground, dude.
If you lay on the ground, you have disadvantage when you're attacking.
What?
Half my movement to get up, right?
Yeah, half your movement to stand up. Then
Yeah.
you can take the
Half
shot.
my movement.
Yeah.
I'm going to get up.
Okay.
Fire my crossbow.
Yeah,
That's,
baby.
24.
Hits wherever you were aiming.
Right
What
in
I
the
even
butt
ask?
cheeks.
I knew that was coming.
That's 6 points damage, piercing.
As the arrow just disappears through the hides, and you can see the hide like stuck in now, like wedge kind of cracked. And he's still standing and trying to walk away.
I'm running as far as I can and shoot an arrow.
All right, so you run up, following them.
Yeah.
Well, take your shot.
I'm just following Kaine's arrow.
Going for the long goal.
You're gonna Robin Hood it?
He's done that before with Vincent.
I know.
18,
Hey, it's
Hits.
happening.
Oh boy.
3 damage.
3 damage. I told you I go. Hits the ground. Starts rolling. Oh, sorry. I should have said. Set,
No, that's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Set the scene. Yeah, he's fallen, poof, and he kind of slides a little bit into the stream and just laying there as blood just drips out and other colors emanate from other orifices.
I'm gonna run up to the corpse. I'm
Okay.
gonna just pull the arrow out of his. Their arrows that are in him out.
Okay, I'll need that back.
Oh God!
I kind of just rinse it in the stream, like and hand it back.
You pulled out one arrow. The bolt kind of pushed in. When you pull out the other arrow, there's no arrowhead to it.
I'm gonna slam back.
I'm gonna use the stick to poke him. No, like
If I
the
shoot
the
one,
arrow.
Nothing
I'll
moves.
tell you to stop.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Any
hold up.
pouch or
Yeah, I was
anything on
going
him?
to.
Yes, there is. There is in his hides. You can see a couple of skulls hanging from it too, as well. And it looks like one of the skulls has been like broken jaw to it, but the head part has been like kind of caved in and
I'm gonna check it out.
plug. Open it up. You find just an assortment of like actual gaming dice. You find a few shiny coins in it.
7. You get 7 hit points.
Oh sweet. Thanks.
Sorry, I should tell you what the coins are. It's mostly just copper.
Yeah.
There is, however, this weird thing that just stands right out at you. It's about the size of a small vial, but there's no cork or anything in it, and it's just glowing purple in it. And this purple just kind of, it'd be more blue or yellowish, not purple. But it's just blue, and it almost looks like a small vortex or hurricane in it with this yellow, not quite like electrical things, but just these little lines that shine in the vision of it. Never seen something like this before.
So the vial.
sorry,
The vial's open.
No, it's not open. It's closed on both ends. It just looks like a glass vial, but no cork to it or whatever.
Oh.
You also find, you found in that skull, you'd find about 10 copper pieces, 4 silver, and 1 gold.
Keep the gold and the silver, and just gonna huck the
All right,
silver in the stream or the copper in the stream.
and the vial.
The vial. I'll hold on to it.
Okay.
We'll give it to Zukk, honestly.
Okay.
Maybe.
I healed Kaine.
All right.
Up and
Healed up.
cure wounds.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go over and take some of its teeth or something.
Yeah, there's tusks hanging. One's kind of narrowed down. They're very like predominant in his facial features. Like they almost poke him in the eyes. They're that big.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut those right off.
All right. So just roll me a
Wow.
survival check.
Graff, can I borrow your
I'm
knife?
not gonna cut them off.
We have blades. Can I?
Just gonna rip them out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sure.
try. I don't
Yeah,
have anything
sure.
to cut. I only have a piercing weapon.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna
we can-
borrow his knife and I'm gonna
Okay.
Oh,
try and
there
cut
we go.
off one of the heads. The nice guy's head, not the mean one.
I mean, it's not a. It's just like a cooking knife. Like it's not a.
Okay.
I
You
don't
can sit
have
there
a-
for a while.
Yeah, I don't have a knife.
How about like
I'm gonna be taking its teeth.
You know,
out,
I
but
borrow his-
whatever I can. I don't
what happened to your scimitar from your silver scimitar?
You still have it. I still have it.
So remember, it went in the water. You threw it.
Yeah,
went
you went
into
and
the
picked it
blood,
up.
and then you picked it up.
And I gave it back to you.
No, you didn't.
I have a scimitar, boys.
Yeah. Something happened with it. I don't remember.
Give me your rapier.
Yeah, just keep poking it
I'll
along.
have to look back.
I'm gonna go back.
I wouldn't-
I'll go
I
back
don't
to
have that.
Zukk, grab the scimitar, come back.
Actually, how big is their weapon? You said they had just one big.
They have
star?
a big, like almost the size of you, standing there because it's their weapons are pretty much medium. It's a
Look at your mini and then look at the head.
yeah
With
yeah literally. This is to scale.
do you want me to roll to see how many good teeth I get?
Yeah,
from
I'd like you to just lots what's going on there. Don't be apologizing. It's okay.
I'd run back.
Survival?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, because you're pulling it out. Yeah,
Well, you're in the cave.
That's not a nat,
Okay.
but 20.
20.
Yeah.
That is enough. They're in there, and you just like put your foot on it. Wow, one out, and then you kind of get the feel for it. Kah! Another one, and you get 4 good tusks out of it.
Perfect.
I'm gonna yell into the cave, just be like, "Hey, Zukk, we're harvesting this thing."
You killed it.
Yeah, it's dead.
Get your friends in here and get me out of here, man.
Oh,
I'm gonna take my water skin. Quick, here, have a drink.
Oh,
On his
oh,
head.
and he
then
starts
I'm just
drinking
gonna
it.
run
Did you leave the water skin with him, or did you just pour all the water?
No, I just dumped water.
Pour it, and you just see him like
Yeah, I
immediately
gave him a
drinking
quick
it all
drink,
in.
And then I'm gonna start running.
Okay.
I
Where?
tossed
Where?
the scimitar to Zukk on his way back.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, I pulled those out. So never mind. I wouldn't have the scimitar. I thought I was going to go back again. But I'm going to go, as he's running, I'm going to go to the cave.
yeah, I'm going into.
If I do have the scimitar,
You do.
I will have it over my shoulder as I'm running towards this thing.
Don't trip and fall.
I will not. I will.
Running with scissors is not a good thing.
Or scimitars. I'm gonna mosey on over to this. And
Where he sees just me with Graff's little kitchen knife.
yeah.
Just like slowly, just like.
I don't think I need the head, Rakell. I don't
sure?
know which you need it for.
I'm making progress.
You can keep that knife.
You might be there for a while.
So, do you have a cutting tool now for the head?
He has a cook.
No.
Cooking.
He said he didn't want the head anymore,
Okay.
so I just wasted all this time. So I just like stabbed the cooking knife in. So I'm just trying to help, and I walk off sad and start drinking my
Okay.
gourd.
Okay.
Do these things have 2 eyes or just 1 eye each kind of thing?
No, there are 2 normal, or not normal, but 2 heads with their own features to them, and yeah, there's 4 eyes.
Can I borrow that knife for a second?
It's sticking out of the neck of the
Sticking
one of
out of
them.
the
You can
neck.
see that he got in deep, but it's too hard to cut through all the like cartilage of the neck bones as well as
Put
the
your hands on it
veins.
'cause it's like stuck in there. Rip it out, and then I'm gonna take out an eye from each of them. From each head.
Okay.
Being
Do
fair,
a
I
survival
guess.
check for me.
PTSD.
Gruesome.
PTSD check.
That would be a.
That's why we walked away. I walked away.
14.
I'm
14.
with you.
The one of them got kind of mushy, plopping it out. The other one you got out. Still has a little bit of the retina, I guess, would be attached to it, dangling.
Rakell, look!
Still good, but pussy to the feel. You got to be kind of and you play around with the retina. And
I can put it in the bag.
I'm already gone.
hold it. Yeah, there you go.
Sweet.
Mark that down. Yeah, so
Upon entering the cave, I'm going to light a torch.
lights up.
Walk over to whatever Zukk was talking
Yeah,
to.
by the way, guys.
Yeah, as the light shows up. Yeah, hey, you. Hope you're more competent than your friend. Just get me out of here.
With a very serious face. What's your name?
My name is Tango.
Why are you here?
I got captive by this creature, this Etten.
Just left you in here for
He was going to eat me, I believe.
saw us instead and went for us.
They were arguing about it. I know Orc, and the Orc was very adamant
I
about
can
eating.
make
They were
close
trying to
reference.
make a
Close
stew, I
reference.
believe.
I want to make out his race.
His race? It's
Yeah.
human. You can see it. His shaved head to the sides. Has just a patch of hair on top. You can see some scars across his face. Actually, several different kinds. But that's all you can kind of get out of his face. A 5 o'clock shadow, a little bit scruffier, and just dirt.
Are your belongings near?
They are somewhere in here. Just let me out, and I will grab them.
Graff, do you want to take a look through his belongings?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna look for his belongings wherever they are.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
You can light up Jane. I have a
Huh?
torch lit.
Oh, I just light up my own torch.
Okay.
I wouldn't use Jane. You said investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Investigation. 18.
18. Takes you a bit as you're walking around, and then you do see a kind of a backpack of sorts. Just looks very well fashioned, but there is some rips to it. It looks like it was forcefully broken off. Both straps are broken to it. You find that, as well as some material for his clothing. Looking around at it real quick, looks eerily familiar. As you look at it, you can see that there's several pouches on it. There is a strap going across it. As you kind of move that stuff around, you see this kind of you see this black orb that has been like kind of broken on the one side of it. Looks like it's been punched or cracked.
A black orb.
Looks like almost like a helmet of some sort.
Like the Iron Reach type of helmet.
Yep.
Back at
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
Hey, you're looking around where Kel's not even there. You're just all like.
I just I want to find like a decent sized chunk of leather that I can just cut off of his like armor kind of thing.
He doesn't have armor. It's
I
just
thought he
his
had, like,
skin.
a
It's
leather
no, he has like a loin, like a
His bloody,
I don't wanna- I don't wanna
poopy
skin
loincloth.
him.
has just like that of different bones and different hides, but not the like you've skinned
full of
creatures
shit.
before. This thing
Well,
has just
I'm not
ripped
skinned.
things
On my
apart.
hands.
Yeah, very rough.
I just walked by Zukk, still
You might
upset,
get-
and I'm just like,
You better watch out. You might get a cold.
one day you'll have to get your hands dirty. I'll wipe them off on you.
So Raquel's
My
come back.
hands are just covered in
Oh, your hands are gruesome,
Yeah,
man.
but I just wiped like blood shit.
No,
on
just
you.
like
Bloody
just
shit.
cutting out the guy's eye. Like you got blood all over you, just moving the heads. Like you're already covered.
before the gruesome
Oh.
part. And then-
Okay, well, my gruesome part is a bit different than your gruesome part. Mine's for science. Yours is for. I still
Pleasure.
haven't figured it out.
To
If it's
lit-
pleasure or fight.
to live.
It did work.
Um, Yeah, so you found his.
Sorry,
like,
I find the most effective
gear,
method
like
for
his
killing
jacket,
beasts
pants,
may it be
found this
biting,
helmet
headbutting,
to it.
rectal
Um,
punching.
and the backpack itself is just filled with like some rations as well as you'd find these vials that are just kind of empty. There's no they're just empty again. No cap to it, but it's just empty, and there is some kind of residue inside of it. You find kind of like a rectangular shape that houses a couple of them,
I would take
but
that.
they're empty. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk back. I'm just leaving. I'm gonna walk back over and to Kaine and just look at what was his name again? It was
Tango.
Tango. Look at Tango and be like, "Where did you come from?"
What did you do?
Where did I come from?
How did you end up here?
I was traveling with some venturing folk.
Listen, if we're gonna let you out of here, you're gonna have to give us exact information. Where did you come from? Who
Where
were
do I
you
come
with?
from? Originally, I'm from the province of Gordain. I was recruited for the Iron Reach.
As soon as this says Iron Reach, I'm gonna punch him in the try and like punch him in the face.
Can't get at him.
Damn it.
Yeah, he's just stuck in his
I
rock.
pull my rapier, put it close to his face.
Poke it in there, and he just sits back and kind of leads and starts talking out the other little hole on the other side of the rock.
Yeah.
He's like, actually, yeah.
I'm not gonna pull it.
No,
all
no,
the way.
sorry. He's as you guys
I'm
are like
just
talking
gonna-
to him and stuff.
As soon as he mentions the name,
And as he like got back and like looked through the other side, and he's like immediately changes his conversation. He's like, "Look, I know you're adventurers. I can tell. You guys just took down an Etten, I believe, since he's not in here wanting to eat us." Yes, I was part of the Iron Reach. I was part of the Armadillo Squadron that attacked Aberth. They were doing things I didn't agree with, and I fled the city with a couple other adventurers. We had an agreement that we were both going to get to a location. Fortunately, we got sidetracked, got ambushed by this creature as well as another creature. They went one way, I got pulled in here.
What location?
We're trying to make it to Rothschild.
Why?
I need to find a way to escape my past.
And what does Rothschild have for you? You're the one stuck in a rock and a hard place. So.
I was going to use that pun later. No. Rothschild is a place where you can go to be forgotten. I needed to hide. I went against orders. I thought we were just going there to kill the wizards, which I was happy to do. But once I found out we were killing innocent children and villagers and just ransacking a city, I had a change of heart, as they'd say.
I'm sure Graff's on the same
I was
page.
just about to say.
I
Does
wanted
he seem
to check.
genuine?
Insight check him. Go ahead.
I'm doing that.
13.
13.
Seems like he's on the level with you guys. There is a panic to his voice, realizing that he is stuck in a rock in a hard place. But there's still a sense of like honor to him. Like not honor. Yeah, honor would be the word I'd say to it. Like he seems to be legit with you guys.
So say we get you out of this hard place. What's your next step?
I'm going to make it to Rothschild.
I don't think we're letting this guy go anywhere. I think if we do let him go, he's going to stay with us.
I don't think he makes it out.
If you guys need, I can travel with you wherever you're going, and from there I will make my way to Rothschild.
Before we let you out, tell us everything you know about what the Iron Reach is doing.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Rothschild, I have a contact there that can get me to forgive me, just forgot what the place was called. He wants to go. Sorry, he informs you that he wants to go to Rothschild. He has a contact there that will get him to Port Musgravite. He then you asked about the Iron Reach. He's like, you've probably heard of. Actually, he needs to do a quick check. See you carry the pins of the quiver. I apologize, but like I said, once we got into battle, I realized what they were wanting us to do. They're very secretive of what our orders were. Each battalion, each brigade had their own mission when they were there.
So how many did you slay?
Slayed,
Massacred? Murdered?
I killed 3 wizards. But then once they turned us into the civilian quarters, that is when I found 2 other adventurers who were looking to flee, and I traveled with them.
What were the name of the adventures?
I can't give you that.
Why not?
I swore to them that I wouldn't, because they were afraid to be hunted. As am I going to be hunted too.
You won't be hunted for much longer. Your fate is sealed here.
Let me out of this rock, and maybe we can.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, then I guess you won't find out about the Iron Reach.
We will in time.
And he just leans back.
Can I reach him?
No, these holes are tiny. You're gonna try to skewer him if you want.
I ain't going back to the cave.
So walks in just covered fucking.
Here.
Zukk, do you have
Here's your rapier. I mean, sorry, scimitar.
Oh,
From a while ago.
yeah, I forgot about that.
It's
Zukk?
a little large for me.
Do you have a vial of poison?
What do we need?
A vial of poison.
I have acid.
Perfect.
If you want to know about the Iron Reach, keep me alive. I'll tell you everything you want.
What if I don't want to keep you alive?
You've just finished telling me that they're very secretive about their information, and you didn't even know what you were doing. So you're gonna tell me that you know something.
Did we go through his
Of course.
stuff?
Well, then you better start speaking, because this vial of acid's coming in at you.
Somebody give me a boost.
Put me up on the top.
I set him up on top.
Yes. I'm
Yes. I did kill 3 wizards, but our kills are different from killing a beast. When we kill them, we capture them. We pacify them. The Iron Reach wants to use, even though they say that the Age of Magic is done, they're using wizards for something. I believe it's to power their technology.
Wait, great King Graff. Who is this guy?
So the wizards that you killed
We'll get to
or
that.
were just subdued. Can I insight check again?
Sure.
While he's doing that, I'm going to
14.
explain everything to Zukk.
14.
I'm gonna
14?
give him a kick in the head, just 'cause now
Well, you can't reach him.
I'm on top.
Still can't reach the
No,
small
you still
hole.
can't reach him.
What are you gonna do? Get in there with
Sorry.
him?
We can't
Stats
even
just
get our
disappeared
arms in
here
there.
for a
We won't be
second.
able to kick him.
You can try.
Yeah, he seems to be. Yeah,
Somebody throw me a rock.
he's on the level with you.
I'm gonna back away.
Seems a bit sincere this time as he's talking about it, but
I'm gonna pull Zukk off the top. I'm gonna walk away and ask Graff to follow in. Rakell assuming stumbled in.
Yeah, I'm just getting the wagon ready.
arms around his shoulder. No, just kidding. He's in the canteen.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No, he's getting the wagons ready. He's getting everything all set.
Everyone's
Like,
Rakell's
I'm
there.
just gonna go over to the carriage, not say a word to him, and then whisper like his. How far is he? He's pretty close. Eh?
He's
You
about.
probably hear
He's
us
about.
whisper.
He's in this corner here. If
You
you
wouldn't
guys
hear
want to
him.
go around the wagon, you can sit there.
But you'd hear noise of us whispering. You wouldn't hear what we're saying, right? You think?
Sure.
I just kind of wanted to give him the impression that we were gone.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just leave for a sec.
You guys could pack up and go around
Yeah,
the corner
this
if
is
you want.
what we
That's
are.
what you're gonna do. Okay.
And then I'm gonna. What do you guys think?
I think we should let him out and keep him with us. He might have some useful information.
Or he could be relaying information.
Yeah.
How long do you think it's gonna take for him to figure out what's on your back?
We just have to show him. It's covered. You can't see it.
Do we trust
I
him?
just have something on my back.
But what I mean, what are the? I mean, as long as we don't give him back his belongings, I suppose.
We tie him up, throw him back to the wagon, keep him with us.
Well, I don't want him back here with me.
We'll double tie. We'll tie him up, put him underneath the wagon.
Ah,
Going
that's
into Rothschild
much better.
with someone bound, is that gonna raise suspicion?
Not at all.
Well, we release him and then just
That's
kill
what
him.
kind of makes sense where he says he wants to hide, and you'd think Rothschild
Yeah, it
is a
made
big
sense
place
to
to
me.
do that.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
House of Ports. Easy way to get out.
Did you off-stream say you wanted a slave, or was that not in character?
That was me.
Is that you?
Yeah, off screen.
Oh shit! I was just
Look at that.
Perfect. No.
Planned it all even before you guys said it.
I'm just gonna stop and see if he's making any noise inside of his little.
Seems to just be as he peer in with whatever light source he can with the torches. You can just see him sitting there, and he.
I say at least try and get him out. Tie him up. If it becomes a problem, we can always kill him. Wouldn't take
Fine.
much if he's tied up.
Fine. I was gonna say he deserves death for what he's done, but
Well, maybe, but he might be useful right now to us. He was
for that sole reason he lives. But until he proves
He wants,
useless,
yes. I
Give me
agree.
1 second.
Okay.
I'm going back in the cave.
Okay.
Okay.
Crossbow drawn.
Okay.
Who is your contact in Rothschild?
Get me out, and I'll tell you.
Give me a first name, and I'll get you out. Then you can tell me the rest.
Francois.
Oh, darn it! I do not know.
Yeah, we can do that if you want.
Oh, I know a guy.
Do ya?
Francois
All right, roll.
Jean-Guy.
No, I don't know.
No, that's his name now.
you didn't have to do that, but you can play the line.
Okay, no, yeah. No, you don't
Roll,
have to-
roll me a
I know a guy.
what was it performance check.
Oh, Zukk, I win.
2. You know the name of him only because like if he ever finds you again, you were in trouble. Like you had like you may have stole something from him, you might have blown something up. There was something that this Francois Jean-Guy, you
You're
are
best friends with Francois.
But not Jean-Guy.
but the name he says strings true.
Yeah.
And he is a guy who has some sort of means of
I know him
transporting
from, like,
people.
We'll say the docks.
Sure.
Urban. Is that everything?
For now.
I'm gonna shoot the rock with my crossbow. Kind of near him, but not really at him, just to kind of incite danger in him.
Roll an attack roll.
14.
14. goes in close and just ricochets even your bolt. Because it's crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's full crossbow.
Yeah, it ricochets in there, but doesn't hit him. You see him
Scared.
not really scared. No,
He's straight facing him.
he's straight facing you right back.
I'm just gonna turn around.
Guy, like getting a closer look as you're talking to him, it looks like this guy's seen some shit. Like
Yeah.
he's a little
I'm sorry.
has an edge to him, but
I'm gonna
he's-
walk back out and go to back to the group. I'm gonna go back to the group.
Okay.
Got the name of his contact. Good and bad news about him. At least he's real. I don't know if I want to find him, but he could help us. I think I'm with Graff on this one, and that he could be useful to us.
Yeah. Let's go get him out.
All right.
Bring a couple horses in.
Back that wagon up.
Takes a while.
Bring
How
the
big are
horses
the boulders?
Pretty big. They're about the size of a medium creature. There's some weight to them, but if all you guys tried at once, you could probably shift it. It looks like similar to as you guys keep going, out of the cave and then back in, you realize that the big boulder that's sitting there, it looks like Etten may have used that as his door to close the cave to stop people from going in and out. Unfortunately, he just forgot to shut the front door when he left today. But yeah, it would just take you guys a couple pushes and stuff to get it open. You do open it up. He's sitting there as the naked as the day he was born, and you can see a whole bunch of different scars on his body. Some look very almost arcane glyph like style to it. But yeah, there's one right on the back of his head too. But he's sitting there as you open the rock. He doesn't move or anything. He just waits.
Yeah. I walk in and a shocking grasp him, put him on the ground.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be immobilized. Like,
Roll the attack roll.
I'm so happy.
20.
Roll the damage.
It's not lethal. I just want.
Oh, you just
I
want
just
him-
want him to just give him a shock so he can't.
Okay.
do anything,
Yeah,
and
he's
then,
he's
like,
not
throw him
reaction.
down.
He lays there, but he does ask if he can have his clothes at least.
You can have pants.
Yeah, looking.
I'm gonna go to his rucksack. Where's his rucksack, guys?
Around
Don't
the
worry.
corner.
It's over there.
Don't worry, just pants is pretty comfy. It's all the rage nowadays.
We will probably have to clothe them a little bit better than that. It's
Yes.
pretty cold
Yeah.
out there.
I'm gonna go search for I guess maybe does he have like a jacket or?
Yeah, these,
Yeah, he's Graff's already found all his
Oh,
equipment.
you already have all his belongings.
Here's
Yeah.
his,
We will
we found
be-
these vials were cased in maybe up your. They're all empty, but
I will be giving him my.
You can't smell them. There's no smell to them. They're both closed on each end.
Oh,
there's
I
no-
thought one was open. Okay.
Nope.
I'm gonna put my.
I've never seen in vials like that before. But
How many?
There'd be 15.
Nice.
Instead of giving me his clothes back, I'm just gonna put my cloak around him. That way he doesn't have any bit of his belongings.
And there's stuff in these
I can
vials?
take off those pouches and
Yeah,
just
the
let me have my
little,
pants
like,
back and my jacket.
Liquid prism, like it's a
A cloak is
Neat little
yes, I
vortex
do
going on
appreciate
in them.
it, but I would prefer to be fully clothed if you need me for something.
What if
I
I
need-
need you
I need
requires
you-
you being naked?
I'm gonna start tying them up while we're
He doesn't put up a fight. Lets you guys tie him up.
feet and hands.
Did I see these vials that they were handling?
Probably when you're dealing with him, he would
yeah.
hand them around.
What
That was my
are
question.
those?
My next question.
Those are ammunition
For?
for Mechna.
Explain.
That is the weapons that some of us carry.
And
Those,
yourself?
mine is gone.
There.
So these are useless.
They could be refilled.
They're empty.
That they are. I expended most of my charges on the other creature, trying to provide cover for the other adventurers.
Where's the weapon?
They have it.
Like then?
No.
No.
The adventure.
Oh, the other adventures.
I expended all my charges covering for them, and then I gave it to
covering
them.
for them. Okay.
I like to see if he's lying.
Sure, go ahead.
Natural 20.
Natural 20?
That's 20 with
Yeah, tell me exactly what you're...
24. With the natural 20.
You're like, yeah, okay, I buy it. And then just, you haven't even picked up on it, but you just had this little twitch in his eye that was a tell that it's... You get the sense that he might be exaggerating a bit.
Better check his butthole.
Oh no.
Prison pocket.
That's
Well, let's make him. If they're empty, why don't we just make him carry them with his rectum?
No. What? God.
Okay.
So sorry, there's those vials, but they're contained in like a rectangle, like kind of like a clip.
Yeah. That's what I feel.
If we're gonna.
What about the one I found? How similar is it to?
Exactly, except
Oh.
yours is filled.
I put this guy over my shoulder.
might as
Some
well-
weight to him.
Might as well take a quick rest.
He's about the
here,
same height as you,
It's fine.
just a little bit broader and looks a little bit older.
And I bring him, put him in the back of the fucking wagon,
Okay.
tie him to the wagon.
Okay.
Can we pull him behind or something?
So he just has the cloak on him. You're not giving him any of his like you can
Oh, I thought we were
those
giving it his clothes.
those
Yeah, we're gonna his clothes.
It's up to
the
Kaine.
satchels and everything like that can be removed. It's similar to
Doesn't need
like
'em.
military
Maybe
style,
inside
like
the cantina.
like
he's got
cargo
a cloak.
pants, pretty much with all these different belts and stuff.
I
You can take them
will
all
cut-
off.
I'm gonna take one of those pouches.
Okay.
Just for
I will
myself.
cut just like shorts out of his pants, just so his ding dongs covered.
Okay. As you try to pierce in it with your rapier and try to pry back,
Yeah.
the fabric itself is very hard to pierce through and like trying to rip on it.
What
It's almost like a form,
are these
even though it looks
made
like
of?
cloth and like some type of like pants material. It's a very similar to leather. Like it doesn't have the feel of leather, but when you try to cut into it and everything like that, when you try to bend it, it's almost like leather.
What are these, Tango?
That's my gear.
Well,
That's my armor.
what's your gear?
What's it made of? Detecting magic. Let's sit there and do the ritual.
Okay, as you're doing all that, it's just a. I wasn't there when they made it, but it is something stolen from the elven arts style of a mithril weave, sort of.
I'm
It is
gonna-
not. It is not made of mithril, but it is just the way that it is threaded makes it a very. I believe they called it ballistic armor.
I'm gonna walk up, take off, drop trowel, and then just put those ones on.
Okay.
Stealing his
I
pants.
give him.
You put 'em on?
Raquel's
Yeah.
pants.
My blood stain.
They do kind of.
Absolutely.
Wait, you give him your pants and he's giving you his pants?
I
He's
I
taking
stole
his
his
pants.
pants, and he can have my blood-stained pants from like forever
Okay.
ago.
When you put these on, these are considered armor, so
Ah.
you don't have unarmored defense
What
anymore.
if I turn them into like short shorts?
You can spend some time cutting away at them, but yeah, it's you need like
Maybe
leather working
we should
tables.
take them then. Or one of these guys.
Right.
Well, Zukk wouldn't be able to wear them. And he's not.
I wouldn't.
They are.
Yeah,
It is
But it would give me no.
for mechanical
Yeah.
or
They-
game
any
mechanics
leather?
purpose. They're just leather armor, like studded
Oh.
leather.
Oh, okay. This thing that I'm wearing.
Alright, fine.
I just leave them behind.
Nope.
I
No,
want them.
we'll
No,
fold
we're
them.
taking-
We'll
we're
fold
taking
them.
those.
Fold them all up?
We're
Alright.
gonna sell them.
We definitely can use them for maybe use them for something, but
Okay.
I'm detecting magic.
Detecting
Fine.
magic on them.
I'm just taking in the whole area, like sitting there, like.
In the cavern itself, you do get a faint, very faint, and it doesn't even. There is a magic aura to it, and this isn't breaking mechanics because this is my mechanic.
That's right.
The helmet that is broken, there is an aura of magic to it. Like you sense that there's something off. Almost very similar to Jane style, like how her magic is react because it's different.
Yeah.
That as well as the vials that you've handed off, and then Rakell's like there's that same kind of feeling coming from Rakell.
Cal, what do you got?
No, you gave that to Zukk.
No.
He said he was,
Oh.
and then he walked in the cave and didn't say
Oh,
shit.
sorry. I apologize.
What'd you get, Raquel? I sense magic on you. Besides this.
Well,
Besides
it
his
wouldn't be on
braces,
me.
yes.
They're in my pants, and my pants are with.
Oh, they're in the pants now. So yeah.
I don't know where my pants are. I'm not wearing any pants. I took the
Pants
studded
back.
leather pants off.
It's the vial nonetheless, right?
Yeah, it's the.
I
vial.
take it this is going to be a long journey.
Right. I'm grabbing the helmet and then.
I'm just gonna
Oh.
grab the whole bag and throw it in the
I
bag.
found on the Eden had one of these things you were talking about with Zukk,
Before
except
we
it's
take
actually
you-
full.
Before
Can I
we
see
take
that?
you, Tango, was there anything that the Iron Reach can track you with in your equipment?
No. Yes, sorry. There is, but I have a little bit of a window before they can start tracking.
What is it?
in order for them to do that full-on assault on a city such as Aberth, takes great energy and great power. But that is not a power that is everlasting. It needs to be recharged. So the main vessel is being recharged, and when that is fully charged, they may be able to track me. But I'm sure I'll be a side note to them.
They'll just track you because they know who you are.
They'll notice I didn't.
Because you have an item that they can track.
The helmet they'll probably be able to track, as well as some of my gear. Every wizard that, sorry, by gear he means the ammo clip that you guys carry. Every time one of them is recharged or refilled, it is done so by a certain wizard with a certain barcode, or sorry, number, slave number. So they could use the wizard, whoever powered up my ammo as well as my weaponry. Once the main vessel is recharged and they can start transport again, they may use that wizard to find out where that...
And this window is...
Until like how long is this window?
Probably in 6 sunrises, if longer.
So before we make the Rothschild, you're like a little beacon.
I can. I just need this equipment for trade. That's all.
Well, it's our equipment now.
That it seems to be.
Sorry.
It's all right. You can keep it. They'll track you, not me.
Well, not if we sell it.
Yeah, dude, kind of.
That was my plan.
Glad we're on the same page.
I made mistakes, and I realized what I did when I got there, and I tried to rectify them as soon as possible.
And we've given you a second chance, saving you from those drops.
Me and the adventurers, we were able to get a small group of people out.
And where were these people going?
They were going to the town of Slate. The adventurers I was going with, they were going to around Rothschild as well.
Did you ever run into a dwarf named Barrick?
I ran into several dwarfs. The one that
Anybody who whittles?
there was one, but I was at a back. I was keeping distance with them before we parted ways, and I headed into the mountain ridge. But the one that struck out was Cabal's Shining Light. He helped. It was mutual. I helped him and he helped me. But then I traveled with the other barbarian and their little pet. And
Before we set off to Rothschild, one more question.
that's where you guys are going?
Potentially. We're going through the mountains.
Good to know. Dangerous place, these mountains.
You don't know. You
I think
know.
Maybe for you.
Well, just hopefully the Crimson Tusk doesn't find us.
Is there anyone in Aberth that sold us? I'm referring to the quiver to the Iron Reach. A traitor.
I was informed that there were several agents that were in there that may have gotten a couple of the Iron Reach's colleagues in close. But the quiver themselves... How would I put my major told me once, with every action there is a reaction.
That's just funny.
I don't.
No names then.
Above my pay grade.
Well, if you can think of something.
What is
On
the
our
pay
travels,
like?
Was good.
Like if you want your clothes back, or there's definitely ways to earn stuff.
Well, if we are heading to Rothschild, we have plenty of time to talk.
That's good.
Keep that in mind.
All right.
Set up.
And sorry, Zukk, you have one last question.
Are we setting up camp for the night in this cavern? Is that the
No, it's like
Midday. It's about midday, mid-afternoon now.
We're
only takes a couple hours to beat in the ass of an end.
I'm gonna take a short rest over here.
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, oh, yeah. No, this was all just a short rest here. Not a long rest, so any spells or any powers you used. This, and we're going to end tonight's session there.
Woo!
Thank you very much for tuning in to the Othermerweizen Tavern. Good shirts, good shirts. Thanks, Gorilla Mask. This is an awesome shirt. Love it. Fits nicely. You Silent Escape for the audio tonight if you guys picked it up. Yeah, we'll be back next Tuesday. Yeah, and we're going to have some more fun. We'll see what Tango knows and see if you guys don't kill him. But yeah. With your vile acid. Yeah, canteen. Yeah, thanks for all tuning in, and we'll be up on YouTube by the weekend. So check us out there too. And life's short. Be awesome to one another.
Take it easy.
See you next Tuesday.